Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sandhills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Friday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch here on Early Break. Game day eve, Nebraska, Northern Iowa tomorrow, 6:30 kickoff at Memorial Stadium. Today's show will be somewhat of therapy, at least starting on for you guys. For me, I'm in a bad way this morning, but I am here. I did make it in today after what happened last night at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
Jake, come on now. I mean, I'm not going to give you a lot of credit for showing up. And
because a team that's 3,000 miles away is lost on a Thursday night. Yeah.
In game 2 of the NFL
season, 17 games. Well, you know,
I don't.
It's like losing an NBA game 4. It's like, I can't take it. I can't take it.
I'm not going to work. Hey, I mean, how would Elizabeth greeted that news? I'm not going in today.
Really?
The Dolphins lost.
Really?
Yeah, she would not.
Really?
I know Elizabeth fairly well now. She would not have reacted favorably to that.
You just didn't go in
because the Dolphins lost.
They lost. What's wrong with you? What's your problem?
So, just all due respect, I worry about your pain. I do. I heard a lot, Bill, a lot of breakers who I don't know, because their numbers I don't recognize, texted last night, wondering if Jake's going to be okay.
There was. You know me on X. I'm not highly involved,
right.
but I'm involved with some X. I pay attention.
Noticed that you've chimed in a little.
You have.
No, I don't
like
chime in. I'll put like the heart
screenshots though too.
I'll do a screenshot. Jake sent a message out. Oh God!
Please read it, Bill.
Hey,
yeah, I like when you read it before and not
keep
me.
Keep talking, Sipple. While
I will keep talking.
Bill, I've got it here in a second.
Bill, by the way. How about Bill getting involved in Twitter a little bit more? He's evolving.
I like it.
Bill's evolving.
He even sent a hut to somebody. He sent one.
Yeah.
Someone asked, "Hey, what's the cadence for the on three?"
Yes.
Bill typed back how you should say it.
Did you type it or did Tamara?
No. I think Sydney did.
Sydney
typed it. I don't feel comfortable with typing. I don't want to all of a sudden be on live Instagram.
Shannon Sharp over here. Okay, Shannon.
I don't want to do that.
No, I don't want you to be on live Instagram either.
This is
that would be bad.
This is last night.
Here's the tweet.
Jake Sorensen. Guaranteed a Bills win on radio today. Just an embarrassing performance in throwback uniforms. Hideous, horrible, putrid. That was that.
Stand by that one. Stand by that.
Putrid.
Also said,
go ahead.
What I say on the show yesterday? Cancel NFL Thursday Night Football forever. I hate it. Obviously, last night did not go well for the Dolphins, but there's also a rash of injuries. Guys have 3 days to get healthy for the game.
Is that
the Dolphins lost half their team last night. Now, kudos to the Bills. They're tougher. Tough franchise.
Yeah, the Bills did it.
They got a great coach, Sean McDermott. He's up and down. He owns the Dolphins. Yeah. He's 14-2 against Miami in his time as the coach of the Bills. Josh Allen is, I think, 12-1 against Miami. 12-1 against Miami. And the one loss, he was at the 2-yard line and threw a bad pass. Game was over. They could be 13-0 against Miami.
I did not know they owned him to that degree.
When you go back and when you go back in time, also on X, there were the number of tweets that were like, "Oh man, I'd sure like to be in the middle of the three-legged
Let's
stool."
read some of those real quick.
Yes, there was a lot of them. We wanted to be in the middle.
A lot of interactions.
Yes. People wanted to be in the middle of our. Also, I got myself.
This is worse than I thought.
got myself in the middle of a lot of other threads. All of a sudden, it was us four and Ben. We're in a thread last night. Yes, what Ben couldn't withhold, he got in the middle of it. Jay Foreman got involved, which was fun.
That happens a lot. Well, it's fun to have Jay.
Yeah, he got involved. I noticed that late last night.
Jay lost the tomahawk steak to him at Ruleman's. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I owe Jay the steak.
Yes.
We didn't make that bet. He just said, "Hey, it's just a law. Every time they play, it's a bet that if the Dolphins win, I owe you a steak. If the Dolphins lose, you owe me a steak. So I owe Jay a lot of steaks.
Yeah. 14.
You got to buy him a tomahawk.
Yeah.
It's apparently so. Well, here's the deal. So I'm on X right now.
Okay,
I'm in the interaction.
That's Twitter also.
Twitter access.
Now there's so much in here from breakers here.
There's a lot. Yeah. I noticed it.
Husker Brian says, Sip and Bill, we need Jake's text messages read on the air first thing in the morning. Okay.
Bill,
George says, Jake, for roll call tomorrow, do we us breakers need to send some positive vibes your way?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Mike says, my heart is torn. I feel bad for Jake, but his pain will make for great show content in the morning.
It crossed my mind.
It did.
I don't want you to feel pain.
I don't want
it's kind of funny.
I did.
Josh says, can't wait to listen to this morning. Have a good night's sleep. They like my pain.
They do.
Josh,
it's funny when you're mad.
So the one tweet I said about cancel NFL, Josh says, la 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 la. He brought up Promises by Eric Clapton.
Promises.
Oh, what a bad loss for you, Jake. It's bad. And we should acknowledge Tua. Tua's, I mean, they already said it's concussion. Yeah. And now they're already talking about maybe the end of his career.
The storyline changed dramatically from being a lot of fun, kind of like us kind of joking around with Jake, to being all of a sudden, then it was like, okay, the story was like, okay, Dolphins lost. Tua didn't play well, threw 3 interceptions, 1 pick 6, and then all of a sudden then it changed dramatically. Yeah,
the post game, and when I say they, I was talking about media. I was listening. I was in Omaha last night, and I driving back. That's all the discussion was.
Yes.
It was Tua. It was Tua's career may be over. What does Tua do now? Tua evidently he went into who's the guy, Hamlin?
Yeah, Damar
Hamlin.
And I hope there is zero pushback on Hamlin.
Oh, Hamlin did nothing.
Because Hamlin did nothing.
Hey, Bill, there's no pushback.
If you look at the play, that's all Tua. Tua should know, hey, I have some head issues. I need to avoid that type of contact. He went head on. That's 100% on Tua. Damar Hamlin, nothing against him. He's fine. I've got no ill will against him. There's a football play.
That wasn't a conversation.
That was Tua going into him.
Right.
All on Tua.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before the injury, like as Bill said, I asked you, Bill, I sent you guys the text. Bill Zip was busy, but I asked you to assess the pick 6 that Tua threw.
He sent it to me because I didn't see it. Because, of course, I was watching Arizona State, Texas State.
Which was a great game, by the way.
Incredible game.
Who won that game?
Arizona State, 31-28. It was a
good win.
Incredible game.
Yes, it was.
2-0.
Now, Bill, you saw the pick.
3-0.
You saw the pick. What's your assessment of that as a coach?
Yeah, that's a bad. There's no way.
I showed Sip this morning. He saw it.
There's no way to justify it. Yeah, you couldn't even have any. Well, I see. I feel it. No, that was just horrific.
In that moment of the game, the Dolphins were down 24-10 at half. They make a stop to begin the second half. Okay, let's get some life back in this building. Let's get a drive. Let's get at least a field goal, maybe a touchdown. No. They got a first down on I think the first play of that drive. Okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. And then they stalled, and then that's third down. He's trying to avoid pressure. His arm's not very strong, and he throws it just a pop fly to the guy. He just walks in for a touchdown. Like, oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, Jake.
The Bills only had like 260 yards of offense. They didn't roll Miami. Miami gave them field position. There's 3 times they started drives on Miami's like 37-yard line.
Does Elizabeth have to take Scotland outside at that point?
The game seemed putrid to me.
It was putrid. It was horrifying. It was terrible. This franchise is screwed. The season is over.
He goes. He went on a rant with me and Duke about.
It did.
We lost a D lineman to free agency. And we knew it was going to cost us. We didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, Wilkins was a big loss. I knew that. They didn't replace Christian Wilkins. Zach Sealer is great. He needs a partner there. He doesn't have a partner. Yeah. He needs a companion there. He needs a stud. He had Benito Jones, who's been rolling around the league.
He needs a
cast off.
Yes. Okay, Jake, take a deep breath.
31-10, the final score last night. It was never close. No. After the second quarter, Dolphins tried to scare. Didn't happen. Tua gets hurt. Probably out for at least a couple games, if not forever.
And you're saying the Bills.
And Skylar Thompson is not a quarterback. He is not an NFL quarterback. Like, they need to either get Ryan Tannehill in there for round 2.
No, Tannehill.
Get Garoppolo on the phone. I don't know. if they're serious about saving the season, Skylar Thompson is not an option.
Where's Garoppolo?
Get him on the phone.
Get him on the phone.
I'm not saying I want
Garoppolo on the phone right now.
That's how desperate you are. I don't want Garoppolo.
No, I hear you.
Skylar Thompson cannot win an NFL game.
This is I got to tell you, Bill. It's a little awkward because I keep laughing and he's in pain. I mean, it is a tough situation.
Jake's
pain.
Is pain, but I appreciate his fandom.
I do too.
I wish I had this sort of passion.
Yeah, I've told Jake many times.
There's not a
I'm
professional
jealous.
team right now that would have me anywhere remotely close to this.
Nothing elicits this kind of hurt to me at this point. I almost wish something hurt me like this.
I'm envious of you.
No, I wish something hurt me like this.
Yeah.
There's nothing that does. Jake, I feel bad for you.
You're envy for the passion. I'm envy for your lack of care.
God, the Bills.
I wish I had that.
The Bills scored 31 on them, and you say they only had 207 yards of offense.
270, but still, that's nothing in the NFL.
No,
that's nothing.
Much, no.
James Cook had 3 touchdowns in the first half. He had a fourth down catch. He had a long run. The Dolphins again got stalled at the 40-yard line, their own 40. The next play, James Cook goes basically untouched for 40 yards, touchdown. Now 24-7. Good night, Irene.
It is, Bill, a really bad loss for the Dolphins.
Jay, what was the crowd like? Because I would imagine
a lot of Bills fans there.
A
lot of Bills fans.
Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia shows up. Why wouldn't you show up? You own that franchise. You know you're going to win that game. Dolphins 2.5-point favorites. Why? Why?
They don't. A lot of Bills fans there. A lot of Bills fans there.
They can't beat the. It's like my 2 favorite teams are the Dolphins and Nebraska basketball. Right. One team can't beat Creighton. One team can't beat the Bills. What the hell did I do to deserve this life?
Nothing.
What did you deserve this life? I would play that. I'd go, what was me? I'd stick
what
with
did
that
I do
one.
wrong?
I would stick with that one.
What did I do wrong here?
There'll probably be an ESPN 30 for 30 on you, Jake.
Jake Sorensen's life as a sports fan. Hell. Welcome to hell. Just call it welcome to hell. Jake's life as a sports fan. Give me the 30
fans,
for 30.
Everyone who messages something on Twitter, you're getting what you're getting it. You're
it's
getting
a little worse than I thought.
I did. That's way worse than I thought. I did.
I'm sorry. But
I thought the crowd would be kind of very lackluster because a Thursday night in Miami. Just
the Dolphins fans were lackluster. The Bills fans were not. They were loud and proud.
Hey, no, that's a good point.
Sean McDermott's like, hey, I thought there was more Bills fans and Dolphins fans.
You're
probably right, Sean. There were.
I'm just telling you right now, when you fly home after big wins like that, that's a lot of fun. Food's really good. Everyone's happy. And plus, it was a Thursday night game. So guess what the Bills are doing for about 3 days?
Yeah.
They're off.
Oh, boy.
Probably at South Beach chilling.
They might just stayed. Man, they say,
some guys.
Hey, park the plane.
Yeah.
Just park it.
Von Miller probably just.
Oh, yeah.
He's still.
By the way, Von Miller is about 75 years old, went right around Austin Jackson 75 times in that game, who just got a big contract. How many? Chris Greer, the GM of the Dolphins?
Chris Greer.
Oh, my God.
Mark yourself safe.
No, he's not safe. Get him fired immediately.
Jake they're 1-1. They're 1-1.
Real, here's the problem.
They're 1-1.
Chris Greer.
The contracts that man has signed for the Dolphins.
Tell me about
are
him.
to all injured old people. Jalen Ramsey is a great player. He is. He's old now, and he had an injury last year. He sucked last night. Now again, the yardage wasn't bad against the Dolphins. He gave up a horrible play to Ty Johnson that set him up for an easy touchdown. He was horrible.
Corner.
Missed a lot of tackles too. Tua, $55 million a year. He had one good season. I'm not trying to make this about Greer in this moment. We hope Tua's great. We hope Tua's fine and he comes back. And if he has to,
doesn't sound good.
If he has to retire, then he has to retire. But you gave that man $55 million a year for 4 years, knowing he has health issues.
Good year. Yeah. One good year.
Austin Jackson had a good year last year. Oh, let's give him a contract extension. He has sucked through 2 games horribly.
Mm-hmm.
Teron Armstead almost retired this offseason. Once again, left the game with injury last night. The left guard left the game with injury. The Bills didn't have their top 3 defensive players. Matt Milano is out for the season. That's a stud linebacker. They lost their cornerback before the game, Teron Johnson, who's their best cornerback, and Terrell Bernard, the linebacker, left in the first quarter. You know what they do? They adapt. They got a culture there. They find a way to win. The Dolphins have guys that are soft, and the franchise just.
Jake, were you this upset when you called the radio station in Miami when you were in college? What? Is there a chance? Will you call in today?
Nope.
He's kind of risen above that.
I need to not read Dolphins stuff today. I need to.
Boy.
I need to.
Is there something we should do on the show we do every Friday that might cheer you up?
Let's
Roll
do
call?
that. Yeah. But we're going to call this the end of today for the Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by, of course, our friends at renewyourauto.com. Please call or text David at 402-833-3858.
He's like, yeah, David.
We got to give David a plug.
Thanks, David. Whatever you
Body shop,
whatever you're doing.
whatever you're doing.
We don't even really know.
Here's what David does. He does.
David's awesome, but right now he's kind of taking just a back seat to
David.
The pain.
David does this. Body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting,
ceramic,
spray in bed liners, paintless dent repair, rust proofing, and undercoating, and more. Again, call him at 402-833-3858. Okay. I could use some positive vibes in the roll call today. I could.
I've noticed.
Text us your name, your age, where you're listening from, and what else today, Bill, would you like on the roll call?
Well, we had this conversation off air, and I think it's time we all chime in and see where we're at with this. Because Jake's very upset, and we talked about this. I'm like, when I would be watching the Houston Oilers, I'd have such meltdowns that my parents would threaten to turn the TV off.
Ron and Sharon.
They were turning it off. I'd have such. I'd be just like Jake just now. My question is: have your parents ever turned the TV off on you? Have you ever had the TV turned off on you because your parents just said, "I can't take it anymore"?
I've said no. I would say no.
All right.
Yeah, mine did.
464-5685. Text in right now for the roll call. Leroy's with us this morning. Sean and DeWitt. Thunder, not Collins, with us. Scooter and Roca.
Slow down, Jake.
How about Jake?
Thunder, Jeremy, the grill master.
Scooter.
The
Roca.
Hammer is with us. Saint Potato is working out at Kratos Gym right now.
Saint Potato. Kratos.
Dustin in Lake Alfred, Florida with us. GP and Gretna is making a Tua joke because at practice after his contract, he went to the fan base and said, "Show me the money," which made me cringe and made you cringe.
It made us all. That was that didn't set well.
Came back. I said that was going to come back to haunt you. Sure has.
Easy on Tua, though.
We hope he's well. Yeah. Chet in Nebraska City. Yes, TV was turned off for me.
Yes, thank you, Chet. You got it worked up. Might be Husker football. Who knows?
Jockstrap with us, age 33 in Imperial. His parents never had to turn the TV off. Never had to.
Mine never did.
Yeah. Well, you're calmer. That's why I don't think that you were a better person than me.
You didn't care enough apparently about the Raiders, the Dodgers back in the day.
I did. Could throw on like a 1980s Lakers game and watch the meltdown happen. And they were winning.
East Lincoln West, age 40, says no. TV never got turned off on me. Ryan in Delaware, age 39. My wife almost turned the TV off on me one time.
Your wife did.
Yeah. Nels in Big Fork, Montana. Yes. Greg in Fishers, Indiana, age 52. Yes. TV's been turned off before.
This has happened a lot.
Robert in Bixby, Oklahoma, age 48. Didn't say yes or no on that one. Big Bird in Columbus at the YMCA right now working out.
The Y. The TV, I like that.
Where's that at? Was not turned out.
I think it's Midtown.
Is it Midtown? I love that. I know Columbus had a Midtown. Where you guys going? I don't know. I'll meet you at Midtown. Is there such a thing as Midtown Columbus?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Leo in Garden City.
What did you say? There's a Midtown, Ben?
Ben's he's like, I don't know. Ben doesn't believe it.
There's no Midtown in Beatrice for sure.
Oh, okay.
Just a downtown. Leo in Garden City, Kansas, age 60. Yes, during Nebraska, Oklahoma games of the past, TV was turned off.
God dang, really? That's interesting to me. I never even fathomed turning the TV off on someone or someone doing it to me. Yeah. I don't get too upset. I don't.
Cole in Missoula, age 34, didn't say yes or no. Kodiak Bear in Ottawa, Iowa, age 38. TV stayed on, not turned off by the parents at all.
Nice.
Ottawa, Iowa.
Not Ottawa.
Kent is age 60, driving near Grand Island, says, yes, the TV was turned off on me before.
Driving near Grand Island? What where?
Sanderson says, I'm 54 now, and I have burned my own Cowboys clothing before.
Yeah, he's burned his own.
Ooh.
That's worse than the TV getting turned off.
That's pretty bad.
I burned my own Cowboys gear. Swift is at Genesis at 70th and A working out, and he says TV, yes, has been turned
70th and A. Isn't that where you go?
That's my gym.
That's your spot.
That's my gym.
Okay. It's got a little mini track that goes around it.
It does.
Yes.
Steve in Brazil, Indiana.
Oh, whoa.
That's a new one. Never a TV, but my grandfather turned off the pickup once when I was driving it.
The radio?
Was that because of the game?
Yeah.
The radio? You say it turned off the pickup.
Maybe the radio.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Andrew and Golden, it was this. Loudon in Muscatine, Iowa, age 25. That's a new texture, by the way.
Yes.
John in Fremont with us. Gary in Lexington, Kentucky. That's a new breaker, I believe, as well.
Good.
The Bluegrass
we need
State.
new. Yeah, we need
Bill
new
the
ones.
Breaker's
Bill the
working
Breaker.
here. Bill the Breaker's working here. Someone in Millard. That's Beef Tacos in Millard. He's with the. We got the tacos with us today.
The taco. I ask about him all the time.
Yes, you
Thank
do.
you, Taco.
Beef Tacos is here.
Beef taco.
Yes.
Cody in Broken Bow. Headhunter.
Hard shell.
Kiffin in Columbus. Kyle in Hooper with us. Murray in Havelock. Aaron in
Murray.
Seward. Dan in Lincoln. Thank you for all the. Oh, let's go to YouTube real quick before we move
Yes,
on.
Yeah.
Matthew in Rostraver, Northern Ireland, tuning in
Whoa.
on
Okay,
YouTube.
that's good.
That's incredible.
Age 33.
What? Wow.
What would the connection be, Steve? Why would they be listening to us?
Hold on, Ireland. What time is it, Jake?
That's got to be probably about 1:20 in the afternoon, I want to say. Afternoon.
Why did
Having
I
some
ask
lunch.
Jake? You were
No.
there too. You went to Ireland.
So did you. We all three of us
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Michelle in Houston. Dustin in Fayetteville, Arkansas on YouTube. Sarah on East Campus. Both is at work. Randy in Thornton, Colorado. Jim in Lebanon, Texas. Thank you for all the texts today at the roll call.
Okay,
Sponsored
Jake.
by
I
our
did-
friends at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, by the way.
Sarah, I tell you one thing. Sarah, if you're listening, and you probably are, please come down to the station. We need the spirit animal
of Lincoln.
We need the spirit animal to see Jake. There's never a time. There's never a time that we've needed you more. If anyone out there is, if not, please text Sarah. I have her number. I'll text her also. We need to get her down here ASAP. I didn't realize, Steve. I didn't realize we were in this sort of situation walking into that. I knew it was going to be rough. I didn't know.
Sip was aware.
And
then I was
still
in
rough.
the other room, and young Ben came in, who's right now looking at his phone.
Mhm.
Ben came in and goes, "Hey," he goes, "Jake's not in a good place." Give me the head
Right.
shake because Jake's not in a good place.
I walked into Ben this
He
morning.
didn't want to hear anything.
Hey, the first words I said, Ben, I got 3 words for this morning. Welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell.
That was my intro to Ben this morning. He would confirm that. So welcome to hell.
No, it was bad. I could tell right away. It is. I mean, it's.
And you can't speculate on anything, but you got to think that no matter what, even if Tua plays again, he's out for a month.
At
longer.
least,
I mean,
3
We'll
or 4
find
days.
out today, right?
It's
Yeah.
going to be just you don't do the old like that. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
I'd say minimum 3 games.
I mean,
more.
what I heard on the radio was they said already he has a concussion.
Yeah,
I didn't know
during
you
the
could
game-
do that.
I didn't know either. They said it so quickly. Generally, that's when he's in concussion protocol. That comes up after the game,
Yeah.
an hour later. Them to say it so quickly.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Well, if you remember that Bengals game a couple years ago, he got in a stretcher off the field. And
Mhm.
people could say, "Oh my gosh, is he like?" He was fine after a month, but he walked off the field last night.
Oh, he did.
Walked off on his own power.
Yeah.
He was down for about 2 or 3 minutes, but he got up and walked off by himself.
What's your head coach's name?
Mike McDaniel.
I heard his press conference, and he said that Tua was in good spirits leaving, but he's already been diagnosed with a concussion. So now, yeah, Bill's right. He's out for at least a couple of weeks or
I'd
3
say
weeks.
at least 3 weeks.
Now, what they're talking about, I mean, the long discussion, and I told you about my night, so I was driving around a lot, and it was, is this the end of his career? Was the discussion? I'm just saying, Jake. That's
also a fair question. to
If
ask.
he didn't play again, I would say right now that it'd be like 90-10 of people going like, "Yeah, I agree with it."
Yeah.
yeah. What are you doing? Why
There's
are you
a lot of
playing?
support for that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, the first thing I'm thinking right now, I'm like going just of. I mean, it's been well documented. I mean, that's a rough lifestyle.
Yes.
Oh man,
He's got a lot of years left. He's got
Yeah.
2 kids.
Yeah, 2 kids.
he's 26.
Oh, is that all he is?
26 years old.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it's a brutal sport.
Mm.
It is. It's a brutal sport in a lot of ways. Bill, I'm sorry, Jake. Jake, are you okay?
I'm fine.
And I
I'll move
think-
on.
And like I said, we need to have like a neurologist to explain things
Yes.
to us. But some of the shots that are different. The Arizona State quarterback took a shot to the head last night that it was vicious.
Ooh.
It was a crown of, and it happened really quick. It was one of those things they didn't even throw the flag on the field, and they reviewed it, and it definitely was. I was like, oh man. And so sometimes I think obviously when you've had a concussion, obviously just the number of the repeat concussion comes much easier, obviously.
Think about how the conversations changed from when we were kids. Oh, you got your bell rung.
Yeah.
You all
It
right?
was.
You're hearing stuff in your head.
Yeah.
You got a headache till Wednesday. Oh my God, you must have got hit. It's
Yeah.
Changed a lot since then.
Yeah,
Oh,
the conversation.
One of the
changed
group
dramatically.
texts I was in last night which didn't involve anyone here. It was just friends of mine. Like one guy said, he goes, to his injury, that was a stinger. He got a stinger. That's what it was. Got a stinger. It's kind of neck, head area. It's fine. Oh, absolutely. There was the next day like that. It's like, Yeah, he's still got a really bad headache, and he's just sleeping in the room like that. Well, we got practice Monday, so
that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. You got the bell rung. You're seeing stars.
That's exactly what was said when someone came off the field like that.
Right.
What happened? Got his bell rung.
Got his bell rung. He's all right.
And he had like a tin can for a helmet.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
the other thing. Yeah. So Jake, now listen. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm gonna be fine.
Okay.
I don't think
you have Scotland.
Got the baby.
Yeah.
And she had a Dolphins outfit on yesterday.
I know.
I can't do that to her again. I cannot let her have that again for her own sake.
Jake,
I can't raise her a Dolphins fan.
Yes, you can.
I can't. It's not working.
Jake,
I was raised a Dolphins fan.
Wait a second. You're going the wrong way.
Going the wrong direction. Jake, it's time. We're gonna have a hard intervention here.
Right.
Yeah.
She can be. You can still be a Dolphins fan.
One
loss.
I am a Dolphins fan. I don't. She doesn't need to be part of this though. For her own sake.
What if all of a sudden Jake just comes home and we have an intervention? You, me, Ben are there. David from Rhule.
Yeah, David's there for sure.
Missing tooth, Greg. It'd be great.
We might have to.
Several people.
Several people there.
In the circle again.
A big circle.
What's going on, guys?
We can't invite. What's going on?
Just
Just sit down. Just sit down.
See Jake.
Jake, like that movie you showed me the other day.
Monday.
What was it?
Yeah.
Barry Monday.
Barry Monday.
We can't invite Jay Foreman. Jay be like, "That's right, Jay."
No, Jay,
Foreman's out. Foreman's out.
We love Jay, but no.
He's out. He'd be the one. That's right, Jay. You lost to the Bills again.
Yeah. No, you can't have Jay there.
As he's eating a tomahawk steak.
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
We can be there.
Yes. Hey, we got a game tomorrow in Lincoln.
Oh, a game.
We got a game in Lincoln tomorrow.
Yes.
Nebraska, Northern Iowa. Matt Rhule did speak yesterday. Now,
yeah, it's interesting.
If you recall, about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, Nebraska added a tight end from LSU, Mac Markway. Well, we have an update on Mac Markway from Matt Rhule yesterday. Here we go.
Yeah, Mac tore his ACL. The third practice he was here, so he's having surgery tomorrow.
Mac Markway will not be playing this year for the.
All right.
For the Huskers.
He also do you have sound about the long snapping situation?
I do.
Ben says yes.
Please. Now, what's happened? I'll prelude it. Let me
do
prelude
that.
it. They've opened up the long snapper job. Camden Watucky has had it. He was the first stringer. I mean, all during the off season in the first 2 games, but now the job is opened, and I hope that Rhule.
There's 2 different long snapping quotes here.
All right, well, let's play them both.
Okay,
that's what's happened. He's opened up the job. They had
Rhule.
3 questionable snaps or 3 snaps that weren't great in the game last week.
This is Rhule on how big of a factor is long snapping. This is from yesterday, Matt Rhule.
I mean, it's a big factor, honestly. Like I think you go out there, you go out there and you're trying to hit a golf ball, and you have a bad lie. It's a lot different than hitting it off the turf at Top Golf, right? And so then all of a sudden the anticipation of is this going to be a good lie or not changes things. And I think that's as much as anything. After Tristan missed his kick, I said you're letting the snaps affect you too much, because the first field goal, like he almost had to stop to kick. Ooh. So we've opened up that competition this week. We have 2 snappers. And we've opened up the competition. We'll have 1 punt snapper. We'll have 1 field goal snapper. It could be the same guy, but we've opened up both of them because we have guys who are capable. But right now, whatever it is, the fear, or the nervousness of the moment has not let them snap the way they're capable of. So, we've opened up the job.
Okay, that's not ideal. Nebraska hasn't had issues at long snapper for some time. I'm saying 3 years, 3 years minimum. Ortiz was really good at it, right?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Like I said, they have. It's been a long time.
Jake, okay, pull out of your funk just for a second.
I'm here.
When's the last time you can remember us ever having a discussion about long snaps being a problem? It's been a period of years.
Time?
Yeah, I'm saying minimum of 3 years.
I think way more than that.
Probably.
Yeah.
I say minimum. So, yeah, minimum of 3 years. Now they've opened up the job. Got to get them. Bill, you're the coach. How often does that happen during the season where you open up that job during the season?
It's rare. It is one of those techniques and positions on a team. Like you said, it's the classic example of like when the game's over, no one talks about you if you snap great. Right. Not one word is said like that. Well, Coach, you want to start off? I just want to say once again, we're 100% on long snaps and short snaps. Never comes up. No. But once it's bad,
oh God,
then it comes up, and then it's all over the place. So, give an example. When I'd be looking at blocking punts, right away, the number one thing I'm looking at is operation time, and then I would do a chart. It was just a picture of a person. I'd have X's on it everywhere where the ball was. And if you would show it to the team and I'd say, just look, there's an X here, X here, X here, all over the place. Right now, it's like we're coming after it. Because once the ball goes here, op time goes down. Right away, op time goes down. And also the launch point of the ball goes down. A lot of times you talk about, hey, where's the launch point going to be? And we're going to hit this ball slightly off to the right off the inside hip of the guard, however the protections are set. Then all of a sudden, when the ball gets snapped over here, I can't get back to that point. Now it's get the ball off.
Ooh.
So that's what makes the difference. And it's the same thing on the I talked about on the holding. If the ball gets snapped, if it's high, then there's an emergency to get the ball down fast. And it's almost like you're planting the ball in the turf, and that's not natural. Where it should just be a real smooth move. Or if the ball's into the body of the holder, then the kicker can't see the ball until it's presented. So there's all those different things going on at one time. And in general, at this stage at Nebraska, any place in the Power Four, obviously NFL is a way different deal. But it's not a ton of development. A lot of times it's like when you come in, you can snap, and there's some little things you can do to be able to tweak it, to be able to have it. And so that's why it's such a skill set. When I watch high school football, so the first thing, the number of times I've watched games, I'm like, oh man, would I be coming after these guys? The ball's just floating back there. So because it's a hard skill to have. To watch someone throw the ball now and catch the ball in high school, where it was like, oh man, we used to run and we throw the ball 8 times a game. Now they throw it 45 times a game. They can do it. Long snapping is always a skill set that's very, very difficult. So, and when you've coached that position, oh man, it is, like I said, it is a terrifying. If you know when you walk out that we're at risk. Oh,
of course it's scary. Yeah, for the head coach, for everybody. Jake, did he mention the name of the other person who will be competing with Camden Kentucky? I can't say the name. It's Aiden Flege.
I got it here.
Please.
I don't have the quote.
He's from Lincoln.
Aiden Flege, walk-on from Lincoln Southeast, played at Iowa Western right out of high school. Apparently.
So
he's a walk-on.
Yeah. So he'll be competing. Yeah, he's a walk-on. He'll be competing for it. Or, I mean, competition's probably over at this point. They know who's going to do it on Saturday, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, right now they do. Yeah, they would know. I'm sure. I highly doubt they're going to see you guys at noon. Right, whip some balls back quick. Right.
So that's something to watch, unfortunately. I feel for the guys because of what Bill said. Now it's a discussion point. All eyes are on it, but I guess that's what
this
Division I football.
So
not intramurals.
Northern Iowa, a good football team. Everyone feels it should be, and it should be a very handily, easy win. Just play good fundamental football like that. But everyone in the stadium and watch it all. We're watching one thing: the long snap.
Yeah, and the kicker.
And the kicker. They'll be watching.
And they'll be watching the kicker.
They'll be watching all those things. But it'll be, like I said, it's just and plus, like, there's no doubt about it. We've all been close enough in sports. If someone's on like a brutal slump, I'm sure in MLB, and people walk by in the clubhouse, it's kind of like, hey, what's up? So it's
maybe lighten the mood.
Yeah.
Hopefully the players do that with Camden, with Kentucky. Maybe lighten the mood.
And I don't even know. Like I said,
bring up SNL or something.
I didn't chart him, so I didn't see
Camden.
Yeah, I didn't chart it. I didn't look at it at that. So a couple of them I missed because the game was such sometimes I missed a couple of those plays.
Yeah. I didn't, from my vantage point, I can't necessarily tell if the snap was off. It's hard from the press box to see all of that, to see the pinpoint, pin where that maybe the snap was 3, I don't know, foot off. Anyway, Kentucky was good all off season. That's the thing about this. They were confident in him, and they maybe still are. What's he say? What does he have another quote?
I know he has ability.
Yes.
I mean, because I've coached him. He has the ability to have it on. If you think about it, there was no concern going into the season.
No, there was none.
It wasn't like, well, what are we going to do? It cropped up.
Yeah. Here was Matt Rhule on special teams in general. Why is it not translating from practice to the field from yesterday? Matt Rhule yesterday.
I think you guys are making too much of it. Honestly, it's not that it's not translated. There's a lot of great things. There's a couple guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, I guess it's the beast of being at Nebraska. Like, we have to find something, you know what I mean? Which is good, but like, I have to do a better job probably not being as candid because like we're running down, we're tackling the kickoff on the 12. You know what I'm saying? We're doing so many good things. we had a kicker who had surgery in the summer. He's fighting his way back. So I actually am pleased with a lot of things Tristan's doing, but I just got to be careful. I'm saying this because I want the players to hear it. Just we're on the same page. Nothing. You guys have a job to do, but yeah. I think a lot of things are going okay. Sierra makes an unbelievable tackle. Our punter puts the ball at the 2-yard line. There's just some other things that I just think we have to play through, honestly. But it's not. I don't believe it's that. I don't believe it's like, hey, it's not translating. I just believe it's like we're playing other good teams, or Colorado's as skilled a team as we'll play this year, I believe. And some guys are just not making the plays, and what we're doing is just trying to coach off the game tape. Whereas last year I was like, hey, it's okay, guys, come on. This year I'm letting them have it because I'm trying to move us to championship football. And so there's just we just have to learn from the games, if that makes sense.
It is. He said something smart. It is the beast that is Nebraska football. Yeah, we're right now fixating on the long snapper and perimeter blocking. They're 2-0 for the first time since 2016.
Right.
But that's what we've done this week, and that's what skittish fan base a little bit. And it is the beast that is Nebraska football. I can't believe. Now, Bill, you've been around a lot. Jake, you're smart and you pay attention. I can't believe there's many markets where it would be such a discussion. The long snapping and the perimeter blocking.
Only if the snaps like over the guy's head.
Yeah.
Continually. Or like
or something like that.
Grounded to him, maybe.
Yeah, it's been quite a discussion. Perimeter blocking is,
it's like the story of the week in Nebraska. Satterfield had 4 quotes on perimeter blocking on Tuesday. 4.
And then what happens is, because I did it myself, I put it in a headline, and that's what we do here. Oh, he's talking about something deficient. We better write this. Then it becomes more of a thing. I just hope the players don't. I hope the players don't pay that close attention. I don't know. It just gets to be mental. This long snapping thing is like free throw shooting, right? Kind of. It's just kind of mental, right?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
It is. It can. When I get down to the snaps on the short snaps, like I said, when I went out and spent time with Sam out with the Ravens, they had
Sam Cook.
They would, they had a computer chip in the ball, and so they could tell the rotation of it. And if you watch the NFL, as that, the laces hit the hands perfect. They don't catch a ball where the laces aren't exactly where the holder is supposed to be. That's why you just don't see blocks in the. The operation time is so good. There was how many kicks made over 50-some yards?
I think there's 21 kicks.
21 is what Jake said.
As soon as you're kicking the ball at that distance, you'll see a lot of blocks because the ball they have to drive it a little bit more. So you'll see a lot of blocks at that time.
3 iron.
And so
21
to see that happen, it's just it's a different skill. And it is like I said, it's really hard. And then you have to get over that point, where Coach Rhule mentioned it. It's like I used to say to him, it's like, snaps a little inside, make the kick. But then also you'd be like, you also address it with the snapper right away too. Because if you give him this one like that, well, it was 2 inches off, and the kicker's given one of these. Because you can also show a lot of kicks on film where the snap wasn't good, and the guy made the
hammers it,
and he still hammers the kick. So you want to be able to handle it in that type of fashion.
Here's the good news. So zoom out. The good news is Nebraska, Jake, I'm going to say is a 30.5 point favorite.
You're right.
Something like that. You don't have to. You can get this stuff. The good news is you probably will be able to iron out this stuff without much stress, as opposed to, we play Wisconsin this week and the line is 2.5, and it's probably going to go down to the wire with our snapper in a pickle. So that's the good news. This shouldn't, like Bill said, this shouldn't be much of a game. Northern Iowa is going to try to run it right at Nebraska, which I think this defense is built. This particular defense, in terms of personnel, is built for that type of thing. Big front 3 linebackers that are downhill guys. Bullock, MJ Sherman.
They're going to play. They'll play slow ball, which means they're probably going to huddle, take their time. But it's a great game to play. I will say this though. I said this isn't for a shot at Nebraska. This is on everybody. I do not believe should ever be playing an FCS team.
I know. I know
that. They have 20-some left scholarships,
right?
And the fans deserve better. And that's everybody,
right?
I don't think anyone. There's games that's across the country where they play them, and I'm just like, I don't think that should be part of it. I think they should everyone. But if everyone else is doing it, I would do it. I would want to do it. I think it should be across the board. It's like, guys, what are we doing? You get six to seven home games, whatever, and one of them's got to we got to give them the money.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You're not in charge of Northern Iowa.
No.
You're not in charge of any of these FCS programs. Some teams went out and got beat 80-0.
Before I get to break, quick plug. Early bird. Hassle! Just do it. Breakfast, brunch, lunch. Do it today. We're always late as always for break, but when we come back, FSPs, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Abby with Midwest Bank. Stop by our new location at 70th and Pioneers. Our new full-service branch does it all. From our friendly staff to our easy online banking and mobile app, you get all the technology of a big bank that you need, but you still get the hometown customer service that you want. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. Touchdown! This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in September. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild's Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Time for a new heating and cooling system? Get the options, brand, and efficiency that best fits your family and your home. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We will get to FSPs in a second. Before that, reminder that segment 2 is sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids. Farmers, we know that volume discounts are a major factor when ordering seed. Oftentimes, discounts are lost buying from multiple brands. Beck provides the most diverse lineup in the marketplace. Go to beckshybrids.com for a full farm quote. And always remember the 3 F's: faith, family, and farming. Beck's Hybrids.
It's a seed buffet. It's a seed buffet, and it's all laid out. When you go in there and you see it under glass, I mean, there's hundreds. And you just get a pick from right there, and they're like, "Well, do you want to see what it looks like at 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, all the way?" They have photos of it right there, or just walk out back. Just walk out back.
Where's this at?
What's that? Beck's.
Yeah, where do you go?
Goner.
So it's off to the
It's just south of the interstate.
South of the interstate. There's the exit right there.
If your eyes are open, you won't miss it.
You can't miss it.
I've seen it.
The size of it, you could hold a complete 8 teams could play football inside the tube. Would you agree with that, Jake?
Yes.
I mean, it's huge. It's huge.
Wow.
Yes.
So it's a seed buffet.
A seed buffet. Also, want to throw out really quick like that. I was at Lincoln East game last night, and that was a lot of fun. Big win for East. And I got a hut. I was watching GG dance.
Good.
I thought that was
You got to
hut. He's walking up the stairs. I appreciate that, Breakers, very much.
Thank you, Breakers.
Okay, it is time for FSP, field storming possibilities. Bill, what teams could potentially be storming this weekend in college football?
The list is not bad.
FSPs.
I think it's gonna be hard though, but there's some good possibilities. Alabama, Wisconsin. Slam dunk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Slam dunk. It would be nuts. I mean, it would be mayhem. LSU at South Carolina. Just because.
Okay.
I mean, game day's there.
Yep.
I mean, I
Whoa,
talked to
really?
Yeah, that's where game day's at. Yes. And they usually open up the lots like at 8 a.m. for tailgate. They're opening them up at 5 a.m.
At South Carolina.
At South Carolina. 5 a.m.
What time's the game at?
It's at noon. It's a noon kickoff. 5 a.m.
I don't expect you to know this, but why is game day at LSU South Carolina?
That's a little shocking.
Odd one.
That's very odd. Very odd. Yes. This one's my number one, which you want to watch very closely. Oregon at Oregon State.
Yeah.
That's a 100%. No matter what happens, that's getting stormed like that. This one's big because of the drum. Notre Dame at Purdue. A couple years ago, they went near the giant drum.
Oh, yeah.
And Notre Dame wouldn't allow them to bring it into the stadium.
Help me with this.
They would not allow them to.
They went on the road to Notre Dame, and they wanted to bring their big drum.
The drum's there. They're getting ready to bring it in down the ramp. The guy's like, they got the hand. Can't bring it in. Too dangerous. That set off a firestorm in the state of Indiana.
It did it.
A firestorm.
Now what about it? What about it?
Just call it the drum situation. And right now, I said, so Purdue is excited to try to get that drum all around the field. And they will storm, I believe.
Purdue.
Utah State. At Utah State. 100% storming. I've been there for it. When I was there at Utah State, we beat Utah in overtime. Field storming was epic because some of the level they had to jump down from the end zones was a lot. It was a big play for us. Virginia Tech at ODU, Old Dominion, just because of proximity.
Yeah.
Just a chance.
ODU,
right there.
The Monarchs.
Yes, the Monarchs. Yes. Ole Miss at Wake Forest, 100% field storming if that
Wake's
goes down.
coming.
Yeah, because right now
Here comes the Wake.
Here it comes like that. Georgia at Kentucky. Georgia at Kentucky.
Yeah.
They would field storm in a second. Don't think that's have a big possibility. And the one we're going to be watching, extremely interesting, Colorado at Colorado State.
Will they storm?
They'll storm. And now
that got interesting.
I want to hear something on that. You guys can Ben research? You research it. I'm driving in this morning and listening to Maggie and Perloff, and they teased that we need to go. And next section we're going to talk about the trash talk between Colorado State.
Colorado State players.
Did they?
Colorado State players. Yeah, I heard it yesterday. I can't quote them directly, but it got rough. Colorado State players. Let's just put it this way: Colorado State took the opposite tack that Nebraska did going into the game. Nebraska was very reserved, didn't say anything. Colorado State, one comment was a player saying we want to murder them.
Oh boy.
Hello. It was rough talk.
What was that on? Just an interview?
Yeah, I got the impression. I don't know exactly the context. It sounded like the guys were doing their own show. Two players.
Okay.
And it was amazing. It was total trash talk. Like, okay, paraphrasing, one thing they said is we're not about winning on Instagram. We're about winning on the field, stuff like that. Just direct shots at Prime and his sons, basically. Direct shots. It'll be wild. That game will be wild.
That will be wild.
It'll be it'll probably now, Bill, I would say this, Jake. If I was an official, I'd be on the lookout. If I was a ref, official, whatever.
Is that the most likely FSP this weekend, Bill? Colorado State, Colorado?
That's
which one is most likely?
Because Colorado State could beat them. When I look down through, South Carolina could beat LSU. Oregon State will be very tough, in my opinion. Utah State, no, that's the most likely. There's a couple that I don't think have any chance. The teams may lose by 50.
Wonder why ESPN opted to go to LSU, South Carolina. They could have went to the Apple Cup or the Civil War.
Yeah.
I don't. Is it because does Oregon State not have a big pregame? Is it not?
No,
festive?
they would. They'd be very festive.
Would they be festive?
Oh, absolutely. It'd be very, very festive.
Would Washington State be festive?
It's at Washington. That would be.
It's at Washington.
It's at Washington.
I'm
yes.
sorry.
Yeah, it's at Washington.
Would
that'd be okay? But no, the Oregon State's where you would
Okay.
go. That's 100%. That's where you would go in that spot. It was shocking. It was a 2-0 team against a 1-1 LSU, and South Carolina was picked to finish like 14th in the league.
Is there something
now they're
we
playing
don't know?
better? Well, they upset. They crushed Kentucky
They
last
did.
week.
It was 31-6. Something.
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
at Kentucky.
Don't forget tonight. There's also a great game. 2 ranked teams. Arizona at Kansas State. That's
Good
on
one.
Fox at 7 p.m. 20th ranked Arizona against 14th ranked K-State, who had a comeback against Tulane to win last week.
Good one tonight.
Good game on Fox at 7 p.m. Check it out.
And then 11 a.m. tomorrow is the Alabama-Wisconsin game.
But that spread is 16 points in favor of the Crimson Tide. Right
I bet it hangs around a little bit for a while. Everyone thinks it's going to be a crush. I wouldn't surprise me if it goes into halftime at a 14-13 game or something. Wouldn't shock me.
No, wouldn't either. But then it wouldn't shock me if the Tide cover. In fact, I expect them to cover.
I agree.
Big second
It's like all of a sudden late. And also Tide's coming off. They did not play well. The score says it, but they did not play well
Big
in
fourth quarter.
Yeah, did not play good. So
that is FSP's up next. Aging Gracefully.
Yeah, we're gonna age
And
gracefully.
Song of the day next in an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Get closer to the magic than ever before. Play along with the Toy Story gang. Explore the colorful world of Coco. Sail away with Moana. Soar to new heights with Belle. And journey to Arendelle to thaw a frozen heart. It's an all-out celebration at Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena September 27th through 29th. Visit DisneyOnIce.com and get your tickets today.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Hurry, this deal ends soon. See Home Club for details.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Attention! For a limited time, Acres is offering 1.9% for 60 months on remaining 22 and 23 John Deere combines. This extraordinary low interest rate, along with Acres' discounted pricing, allows you to upgrade your equipment before harvest and lock in incredible savings. And with Acres' A-plus support package included, you'll be up and running throughout the harvest season. Act now. This special rate won't last long. Visit acres.com for details. That's AKRS.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Are your feet just killing you? You feel like all hope is lost? Say goodbye to discomfort and hello to pain relief at Brown Shoe Fit. They offer expert advice along with high-quality products to help you find the right solution tailored to your specific needs. Need a different width? Not a problem. Brown's carries a wide range of widths in store. Brown Shoe Fit on 66th and Q.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
but you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The
My whip, south to the
Once
west,
again,
to
your
the
song of the
east, to
day from 1998, Getting Jiggy With It, Will Smith, 464-56851 is bad, 10 is good. Texture rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
Okay, that was interesting.
Got a Friday song for you? Or
Yeah,
not?
it's a Friday song for you. You need you need a mood changer, and that's helpful. I'm not going to do a running commentary on Will Smith getting jiggy with it. It's a fine. It's
a running commentary.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It was a huge song, right?
You're bobbing your head.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's hard. There's no way I'm going to push back on
Did it sound different with the headphones on? To me, it was. The headphones made me like it even more.
Yeah.
It really did. I really enjoyed it.
It's a happy ditty.
Yes.
And so I think this is appropriate just to take out the 7-iron and hit it down the middle. It's a 6.0. 6.0.
I think you paid for more higher.
I'm gonna go 70001.
Okay.
7001. I enjoyed it. Yes, I really did.
It's fun. It's fun, Jake.
With the Raiders on
Now-
the 50-yard line.
The Raiders.
That got me. I really caught me.
Will first name basis is really talented, obviously. And he had his time. His time is up. Okay, what is
young Ben's gonna like that, right?
Ben, I don't know, but Ben made no emotion over there at all. No, he didn't nothing.
We need some energy.
So yeah, Ben's been really a downer on this today for us.
The show's energy is not
he's a Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
I mean, young Ben is
when he started out with just everything we started out with just a downer. Jake's just trying to get him off the ledge
here.
Trying to get Jake off the ledge. I think Ben's going to be a 7-4.
Okay,
I'm going with the 6.
5-3. Wow, doesn't
5-3
like Will
from
Smith.
Ben.
Interesting. I don't think Ben would like anything today. He's a Dolphins fan too.
Yeah, we're just in hell over here.
Yeah,
I mean,
You're not in hell. It's 2 games in.
2 games in, you're 1-1
for a month, possibly. The offense has been figured out.
There is a chance the
Defense
season is over.
Defense
There's a
has
chance.
problems.
There's a chance 2 games in, season's over.
Without Tua.
Yes.
Bill asked a good question during the break. Okay, Skylar Thompson is your quarterback now. Who's in back of Skylar Thompson?
In preseason, they only played 2 quarterbacks. They played Mike White and Skylar Thompson. Mike White's now with the Bills as their 3rd-string quarterback.
But they have to have someone on the practice squad.
I don't know who it is. They didn't.
That's
play,
surprising.
They did not play a 3rd quarterback besides Tua for 1 series in the preseason. They didn't play anybody besides Skylar Thompson and Mike White. So
They have to have a backup to Skylar Thompson.
They better find.
Can't go out there with this one quarterback.
That'd be bad. That'd be bad. Ratings before we get to Aging Gracefully here from the song.
He is not in a good way.
Guilt Nerd 7.4. Sanderson. Okay, Jake 7.5. He says in that one.
La, 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 la.
Someone says 0 loser on that one. And that was not Farley, by the way. Farley says loser to me once in a while. What's up, loser?
What's up, loser?
That wasn't Farley.
What's up, loser?
Snorenson or loser is how he usually
Snorenson
addresses
is my
me.
favorite.
Husker Mike in Waterloo is 7. Jane in Wahoo says love it 10.
10.
Ellis in Illinois 2.5. Bill and Bennett a 2. Ryan in California 4.2. Who in Clemens?
Bert.
5.
Nice job, Bird.
Not bad.
Nice job by you.
Jake
and
Hickman.
you. That was good.
Jake and Hickman 6.5.
Good job, guys. On that.
Lyle in Omaha. You love that name. 4.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what name I love also? Hazel.
Hazel's a good one.
Hazel.
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 Yeah.
If you're gonna have
You're
a
a
baby, yes, Hazel. Think about Hazel.
Hazel's a great name.
I mean, if all of a sudden like my daughter rolls in, and if me and Laura decide to have a child, and we have another daughter, we're gonna name it Hazel.
Hazel Busch.
I think it's a good idea. If you meet neighbors and they say we're Lyle and Hazel,
Yeah, that'd be incredible. Wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Just,
Oh, wow.
Imagine that one.
I want to party with you guys.
Exactly. And you'll be like going, you want to stop over for some apple pie?
Yes.
That's what they would say.
Yeah.
Lyle
and Hazel.
Laverne in Hawaii says it's 2 a.m. I waited up for that crap. 3.0.
La 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 la.
Waited up. So he waits up to listen to the show. He does it. He wakes up or waited up.
About to go to bed
Okay.
after the show's over. Laverne in Hawaii.
It was Jake. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. We're very blunt with each other. You kind of half-assed that one.
No, he did. Friday song. Played Eminem the last 2 weeks and played Will Smith today.
Getting jiggy with it.
Yeah. Did he?
Bill gave it a 7. You gave it a 6.
I know, but you're also on the ledge, Jake.
I
So
am.
yeah,
I know.
You are really
Should
in
I
a bad
play
way.
the I Hate Everything
No.
song?
No,
Or
they go
Pain?
the other way.
House of Pain.
Yeah, I could play. Yeah, I could have put
Go the other way.
a song about hating life. All that good
No,
stuff.
that's not what I'm suggesting.
Okay.
All right, let's age gracefully.
Yes, age
Quickly.
gracefully. Sponsored by our friends at Treads Central Tire Pros, the Palace of Tires, just south of Cortland on Highway 77.
Smorgasbord of rubber.
Yes. That's what I haven't been out there.
Yeah, it's a smorgasbord. It's incredible. Whatever. Oh, what do you want? I went for my truck, my car, for my trailer, you name it. They have it all, and they'll whip it on, and they'll put it on matter of seconds. You just pull up there. I want these tires put on. Do you have 5 minutes? I do. Boom, done.
Okay, aging gracefully. Let's start there. It's a potpourri today. There's various things on my mind. There's things on my mind as I was driving back. One of them, you just hit one there. Follow through on the things you're interested in. Be inquisitive and do follow through. This is what I'm talking about. I keep saying I'm going to go by early bird. Haven't done it. All I got to do is drive by early bird. Just go do it.
It's not very far.
Don't talk about it. Go do it.
Be about it.
Right. There's a lot that goes in. I'll tell you something right now. I don't know how this aging gracefully thing happened, Jake. I have no idea how this
years ago it happened.
Yeah, and I don't understand how. I think I mentioned I'm trying to age gracefully, and I've got to do a better job. And part of it, Bill, is I'm not doing a good job. Now, I am starting to take note of others that do a good job. And what I see is I just try to, again, take note of others. You're doing a good job, Bill. I think you're aging gracefully.
Well, thanks, Steve.
I mean it. Part of what you do, I don't think you actively do this. You just do it. You just it's kind of your natural thing. Quips. You can make someone's day brighter just with a funny quip. Yeah. I know guys that have a joke of the day. And I always liked it. I had a Jerry Gray. You remember Jerry Gray by any chance? Maybe you never met him. He's the one who used to set up my radio shows and appearances.
No, I never met him.
I've compared him to Colonel Tom Parker, which you guys did not like, but Jerry kind of reminded me of him.
Because Parker was terrible.
He was a terrible person, but Jerry wasn't, and he had a joke of the day. He'd always tell me a joke, and they're not dirty. They're always funny, and then I would use them. But I don't do that. I always said I'm going to do that, but I never do. Have a little joke for people when they call you. People call you. Have a little joke for them.
Knock knock.
Yeah,
yeah.
It could be a knock knock.
A knock knock joke is funny.
Yeah, they're funny.
They're funny. There's
So
some
if you
good
call
ones.
me,
Jerry
next
would
time.
have knock knock jokes sometimes.
Should I have a knock knock joke when you call me next time?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Those little things are how you age gracefully. Okay, there's more.
Poopery.
Let others talk. We've had our time to talk.
Agreed.
Let others. Your dad came to mind when I met him. Your dad was very striking to me because he was
Ron.
quiet. Ron.
Yeah.
He lets others talk. Let others do. I think dudes that are aging gracefully and women they're not the loud ones. Let Jake be the loud one. He's younger.
I've already yelled today.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than a stoic, seasoned person that doesn't say much, then has a little one-liner that they zip in the conversation and they steal the show.
Bill's vibing with me.
They steal the show with
He's
the one line,
Yep.
his little zinger.
Yep.
Not a zinger, just something that kind of is like, and right away you're like going, wow, the other guy over here just said 14 sentences.
Yeah.
This
And he's
guy's
talking and talking,
and
yapping.
and all of a sudden he throws in
Rambling.
one little thing, and then all of a sudden and showmanship, then just walk away.
Yeah, that's exactly. Your dad was a good example of that. Now, there's many good examples of this, and I'm going to try this. Dress well. Just do it. You've reached a point in your life where you can dress well. There's no excuses not to. My grandpa owned a clothing store. I've told you this, and he was on me all the time. You got to dress better. Dress for success. You just look sloppy. My brothers always dressed well. My dad was an incredibly good dresser. I never really glommed onto that, but I'm going to now. You're going to see me wear designer jeans.
I can't wait.
Not
for the
Levi's
day.
all the time.
I can't wait for the day.
Yeah, I'm going to try it late in life. It's going to be a pretty radical change because I've never done it throughout my life. I've just never put an emphasis on it. Even though my grandpa owned a clothing store and he was an incredible dresser, and I would say my dad was an incredible dresser. I mean, I was always amazed by it. 50 suits hanging in the 50 suits hanging in his closet. He's an attorney, but so he had to. But still, it wasn't. And then, and Bill has talked about this. Do guys still wear suits every day?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sandhills Global, they do for sure.
Oh, they. Okay, I'm going to keep going until you stop me. Money clip. I'm going to get a money clip. Have a lot of cash on you. It's a great look. When you take out the money clip and there's $500 in it, that's a good way to do it. That's aging gracefully. You've reached a point in your life where you can do that. If someone needs a 20, you got it.
There's nothing better than carrying cash.
Yes.
It drives me nuts. Someone goes, "You have cash? You have cash?"
No, I don't. I never have cash. I hate that.
I have cash all the time.
Yeah.
I don't have a wad of 500 usually.
No, just 500, not a wad of 500. Just 500. $500.
Wes says, by the way, dressed well as he has a Red Dog Saloon T-shirt and short pants on.
Well, I haven't started yet.
Yeah,
I mean,
he did say he's going to start soon.
Yeah, soon.
He did say it's not
All right.
today.
We haven't set a date yet. We will.
I just think you'll start to notice it.
Designer jeans.
Yeah. Just jeans that aren't Levi's. I get a lot of crap from some of my friends. Oh, you got your Levi's on today? Yeah. Instead of wearing more expensive jeans. Age gracefully. Think about it. Notice other people that are aging gracefully.
When I used to walk by daily, the person is so impressive. Former athletic director here, Dennis LeBlanc.
Aging.
You saw the white shirt at the wedding?
When he dresses, it's incredible. Usually, and generally every day he's in a shirt and tie.
Even his down days are good. I've noticed that about Dennis.
If you he might be like in a quarter zip, but it would be a nice shirt underneath it.
Right.
Very nice. Yeah, he dresses impeccable.
And not crappy jeans.
No.
Not tennis shoes that look like he mowed the lawn in.
Yeah, I've never seen him once like, hey, that's nice seeing it in a T-shirt. Not one time. No, not one time.
That is Aging Grace,
He's better than
sponsored
us.
by our friends at Tread Central Tire Pros. Hour 2 next. Lee Sterling.
Oh, no.
Paramount Sports. Picks of the weekend next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Primary care that understands you. At CHI Health Clinic, our dedicated primary care team takes time to hear you, understand you, and get to know you and your family at every stage of life. We believe in building lasting relationships with our patients. That's why we offer convenient, affordable health care close to home or work. Find out how we treat your whole family like family at chihealth.com/primary care.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in September. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering you 50% off our next 10-week challenge beginning September 14th. That's 10 weeks of fun group fitness classes and individualized coaching for half off. And at the end of the 10 weeks, someone's walking away with $1,000 for the best transformation. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine. And check us out online at fxblincoln.com.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Friday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Come on, guys. Come on.
You changed up our tempo
You
there.
changed the tempo up there. You changed everything.
Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, also at 70th and Pioneers. And what's happening today in Creighton with Shin Daddy.
Oh, Shindy.
Bill?
Well, it's a big day. This happened a while back. The Pizza Hut in West Point completely remodeled. So Shin Daddy bought everything from the Pizza Hut. He brought even an oven in right there. So he's setting up in the lobby old school Pizza Hut today. So he's got the red and white checkered table set up in there. Oh, yeah.
Red glasses.
The red glasses.
Red plastic
giant, right there. Red plastic glasses are there.
Nice.
Right there. A Pac-Man in the corner, the one you sit at. The one you sit at. You sit down and play it. That's there. The deep dish pan. Remember the apparatus that they carried it out with? Remember?
Yeah.
It's like
Do I
pliers,
remember?
and they bring that baby out. Oh God, that deep dish pizza. It's kind of what it was a weird looking pliers. It's a special apparatus that was made. And the amount of
This is
people,
amazing, Jake.
the amount of people that suffered, first degree burns in the top of their mouth. Pizza Hut pizza burned more people's face and their mouth. The top. I mean, I did. How many times did I going? Don't do it. Don't do it. Because it comes out. It is like it just came off.
This
the
is uncomfortable.
Sun. It just came off the sun. They'd set it down because they'd carry it like like stay away from this. They'd set that bad boy down.
God, it was so good.
Oh, but and every Pizza Hut was the same.
Now
you walked in.
Yeah.
The giant cups of soda. They were what were they? 24 ounce tall.
It might be more than that.
They were huge. The red and white.
The pop just tasted better in them. It was weird.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. And just go in there and sit down.
The red checkered.
You sit down. Hey, got any quarters? Head over and play some Pac-Man over there. Oh. So Shin Daddy set that up in the lobby today.
It's like a Pizza Hut.
It's a Pizza Hut in there. So every time you come in like that. So they're back there. They're kneading the dough right now. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a busy day.
His employees are?
Employees are. They're back
So
there.
banking and pizza.
And
It's a Good Friday right there.
Yes.
Good Friday.
Rocky will not be there. The ventriloquist doll will not be there.
How'd that go?
It went very well. It went very
People
well.
were entertained.
Anybody
Steve's
offended yesterday?
They made much inappropriate comments to people.
I wish they could see some replays of Rocky. Well, thanks to Shin Daddy for always sponsoring
Pizza Hut.
Hour 2 at Midwest Bank.
That's one of his better ideas.
I'm telling you, all I could think about was the pain off that. The number of times I burnt the roof of my mouth, and just like, why'd I do it?
Never goes
because you get
away.
so excited that in that apex bite of the pizza, that first
How does it happen? I don't, that whole recipe conversation. Pizza Hut has its own taste. Godfather's has its own taste. Valentino's has its own
sauce.
taste.
It's the sauce.
It's the sauce. But you have no idea. Someone just say, close your eyes, take this. It's Godfather's.
You can tell. You should be able to
Pizza
tell.
Hut.
It's Valentino's.
Yeah.
It's Pizza Hut.
Or a nice little mom and pop's place called Domino's.
That's not King of Queens reference there. Yes.
6
Domino's.
We'll
show you that clip after the break.
It's so funny.
Well,
all right, we better get
without further ado, we got to
Shindy.
get this week's picks because people are waiting for our picks of the weekend, and we are joined out by our friend Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. Lee, good morning. Before that happens, holy crap, the Dolphins are screwed. Right? Are we dead from last night?
Are we dead?
We're dead. I think we're looking at probably a rebuild now. I think that Tua is probably, if he doesn't retire, let's say he comes back in 4 or 6 weeks, he's one hit away, and it's going to happen. I mean, that was not even much of a hit.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you feel bad for him. Also feel bad for you and I because they got to start all over. I mean, they've got to get a new GM.
Yep.
He
Chris
made
Greer.
the mistake of drafting him. Yeah, he's got to be held accountable. You look at Stephen Ross.
Yeah.
How did that guy amass billions and be, if not the worst owner, one of the worst 2 or 3 owners ever in the NFL?
Ever in the history of the NFL,
Ever.
worth billions. He owns the Dolphins.
Chris Greer.
Pretty soon, he'll whore out that area so much they'll have a space galaxy probably on top, a landing pad where they land. They bring the astronauts back from space. I mean, awful. I mean, how Chris Greer still has a job. I mean, you and I were talking about it when it happened. We both said Justin Herbert was the guy. I mean, Tua was a nice college quarterback. You always take the bigger, stronger, faster quarterback, and they messed up. Now they're going to probably have to start selling off assets. And,
it's beautiful.
What are you going to get for, guys like Waddle and Hill and Holland in the secondary, maybe 4th, 5th, 6th rounders? People are going to know you're selling, not going to give you a first rounder also with such bloated contracts.
Life is good. Life is really good.
Any of this overreaction?
I've never heard anything more dismal in my life. Game 2.
If they win the third game, you guys going to be
Mrs. Lincoln.
Hey, welcome to hell, Bill. Right? That's what I said this morning.
Oh, stop!
That's where
Lee,
we're at
we
right
kind
now.
of needed a little
Please
bit.
stop
We
with
needed things to kind of cheer Jake up a little bit. That didn't help.
That didn't do it.
That didn't do it. Right?
That made me depressed.
I even like the Dolphins. I'm not going home and taking a nap.
I'm not going to, make light of it and say, oh, he'll be back in a couple weeks. Things are fine.
No.
Wasn't even good when he was in. Dolphins have never beaten a good team with him as a starter.
They have not. They beat the Cowboys last year. That was their one decent win they had on Christmas Eve. That was it. Otherwise, 1-5 against playoff teams
Could
last
you guys
season.
please talk off air because I'm very
that's
depressed.
the proper way to term it.
Decent. Okay, Lee, let's get to this week's picks at least for college football.
Right.
Iowa coming off a loss where they had a big 13-0 halftime lead at home against Iowa State. They are 22.5-point favorites against Troy. Do the Hawkeyes bounce back, or do you see some more problems with Troy?
Troy is awful this year. I mean, usually they're very competitive, but they only return like 4 or 5 starters. They have a coaching change. Almost all their starters are backups last year. When you watch the game, that's kind of the way I view it. It's like watching, backup scrimmage against each other. They are just not talented. So I think Iowa can run them over, and special teams also probably come into play. I mean, blowing that game was terrible. I mean, there was probably 6 or 7 plays during that game last week against Iowa State. They hit on any of those plays, they win the game. But back to the drawing board. I think they'll win 35-10. They'll win and cover.
Okay.
5-10 Hawkeyes covered 22.5. On to the Civil War. No longer in the same conference, sadly, Oregon and Oregon State. But Oregon has looked interesting through 2 weeks. A couple close games against Idaho and Boise State. There are 16-point favorites against Oregon State. Any chance of an upset Saturday, Lee?
I don't think so. I know that, and when I watched the game, Boise State was probably the better team. Oregon needed a punt return and a kick return and a late field goal just to win by 3 points. They just can't seem to. Eventually, it's going to click. Oregon State and Washington State were just stripped. I mean, kids left and right after those two teams were left out to dry, but maybe things better days ahead for Oregon State. Young quarterback they have, can run a little bit, but they just can't hit it on any big plays down the field, and they don't have the running back like Boise State had. I like the Ducks here. They pull away late here, 41-14.
Ooh, big number.
14 Ducks over Beavers. Michigan had a 16-game win streak at snap with a blowout loss to Texas last week. They're coming back as a 22.5-point favorite against Arkansas State. Will they get back on track, Lee?
Well, I mean, they threw for more yards per attempt, but you do see the difference when you watch that game between a team like Texas, which is clearly a top 5 team, and probably 20th to 25th best team of Nebraska. So another team where just the talent level on Arkansas State is not there. Michigan, great defense. I mean, for this level, not as good as Texas, but pretty darn good. They're not going to face a throwing quarterback like that. And their special teams are special. So sometimes defense and special teams can turn it to short fields here. And Michigan's going to want to take out their anger on someone. And unfortunately, it's going to be Arkansas State here. And the question is, can they score enough points? I think probably. 41-10 Michigan.
41-10 come back after the blowout loss to Texas. Joined by Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. Moving on to Alabama on the road at Wisconsin. 16-point favorites, only led by 1 point going to the fourth quarter in a win against South Florida last week. What do you think about Bama, Wisconsin tomorrow at Camp Randall?
So give South Florida credit. They did play well. But part of the reason the game was so close was the 3 fumbles by Alabama. I doubt they're going to fumble 3 times again. So I'm watching Wisconsin last year and this year. And, with the coaching change, new offensive coordinator, they brought in Phil Longo from North Carolina. They said they're trying to open it up. But, they brought in Tanner Mordecai last year. The year before, he had thrown for, I think, 35 touchdowns at SMU. What does he do? They brought him down. He throws for 9. This year, Tyler Van Dyke from Miami. What has he done in the first 2 games? Thrown for 192 and just 214 passing yards and just 1 touchdown pass against Western Michigan and South Dakota. To beat Alabama or to hang close, you got to pierce that defense. You have to stress the defense. And no Braylon Allen. He moved on in the NFL at running back. They don't have that kind of bell cow running back. Their receivers, they can't recruit and they can't develop and they can't get kids from the NIL or the transfer portal to come on over. They just don't get any separation at all. And that's a real problem against Alabama. So if they fall behind, they're in trouble too. Another blowout here. Alabama 35-13.
35-13 tied rolls in Wisconsin. Now last week, going to Nebraska this week, you had Colorado beating Nebraska 48-45 last week. Lee. The Huskers won 28-10. People were all over the internet about this. X was going crazy about this, Lee.
We missed her by 38 points, Lee.
Yeah, just a swing and a miss. Just absolutely wrong. Nebraska's defensive line absolutely dominated. They didn't need to blitz, so give them credit. I actually, for losing a game, I was very happy. I'm not a Deion fan, and I'll say this: we got to start looking ahead, Jake. So let's start looking ahead to the draft. The Dolphins will draft a quarterback first round next year. There's 3 guys that are being talked about for the first round. Carson Beck, okay, probably all in on that guy.
Georgia.
We can get him. Quinn Ewers, maybe not big and strong enough to withstand the NFL. We've seen guys that are not not built strong enough. But so I'd probably go with Carson Beck. I definitely do not want Shedeur Sanders, and I don't want Deion Sanders around my program, around the Dolphins at all. So that's the way I see it. Now, Northern Iowa has a new quarterback, and they do return their top 2 running backs from last year. 4 out of 5 starting offensive linemen, except for their center. Now, they haven't played lower level competition, but historically they have done a good job keeping games close. They don't have a chance to win this game here, but look what Nebraska's done in the second half. I mean, maybe we'll see a little bit more, where they try to attack on offense and open things up. But so far we haven't seen that. They've dominated, but they do need to improve, I think, on the play calling just a little bit. And go to their strengths a little bit more. They didn't have to with that 28-0 lead. I think that they're going to win this game. Let's say 40 to 17, but I'll take the cover with Northern Iowa.
Northern Iowa to cover. Okay, and last one, Minnesota, 14.5-point favorites against Nevada tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, anyone wants to get that for free, I'm going to give that game for free. This is probably my strongest game coming out of the Big Ten this weekend. First 5 callers that call 800-400-9741. We'll give them the game for free. First 5 callers that call 800-400-9741. Hand them Minnesota and Nevada. There's a real strong trend that's working in this game for one of these 2 teams. So 800-400-9741. Big weekend for us. We have our underdog shocker going in the NFL this weekend on Sunday. USC card. I mean, 5 selections. First time they're going to fight in the Sphere. That should be exciting with a pay-per-view. So 3 weeks, $397 September to Remember special for football. 5 selections in the UFC, $57. Everything's up and available, and hopefully it goes better than my Nebraska, Colorado pick and the Tua injury last night. So we normally do well, but last Saturday and last night was not our night.
Well, we hope the weekend goes better. Lee, thanks for the time.
Yes,
we
thank
appreciate
you,
you. We'll chat with you next week.
Thank you, Lee.
Okay. Do something. Do something for Jake, guys.
I know.
We're trying.
Take him out to lunch, a movie. We got to get our mind.
Take him out for a movie.
Off of this.
We'll go watch Hoosiers.
We'll
take him to Hoosiers.
Couple beers maybe would be good.
All right, guys.
Thanks,
Take
Lee.
care.
Lee Sterling, Paramount
Take him out
Sports.
to a movie. That's awesome.
I was concerned about me.
He was not full of optimism. It's a rebuild.
So
Got to fire the GM.
He said they're going to draft a quarterback in the first round next year.
They're going to.
It's
fire
over.
the GM. It's a rebuild.
The GM needs to get fired.
I hear you. You've said it 4 times.
I'll say it a 5th time. Chris Greer needs to go.
Okay.
Are you going to post anything on X?
No. When they lose to the Seahawks this week, I'll say something again.
Boy, that was dire, though. I mean, Lee Sterling is a Miami Dolphins fan like you. He's from that area.
Yes.
That was dire. Man.
He sounded worse than me almost.
He did.
And I sounded bad.
God.
Well, that's tough. And when it's a 17-game season.
It's 2
Started off with a big win, and now it's game 2's over, and it's like over. OVER.
If they don't punch the ball out going to the end zone against the Jags, they're 0-2.
Oh, there's no doubt.
I mean, they're 0-2. There's 24-7 if they score that.
Jake, you can say that. Jake, you can't do that.
I can, and I did.
This is as dark as I've ever seen.
It's dark. It is dark.
Even Lee was dark. You could tell Lee was not in a good way.
And
how could you be? They got blown out, and the quarterback is out.
And no place will empty out more than that stadium
right away. Early.
I mean, that place will be in the middle of the season. There might be 10,000 fans there.
Now, Lee brought up an interesting point: the possibility of drafting Shedeur as your quarterback. How would you be with that?
No, I don't.
Why?
I don't want that.
Why is that?
I don't know if he's got the right personality. He's not a winner to me. He's not a winner.
Okay,
we need a winner in there.
Okay,
my thoughts.
Okay. Yeah, Lee was very.
Well, do you like Shedeur as an NFL quarterback?
I haven't studied him enough to really say that. I really haven't.
Diplomatic.
I really haven't studied him enough.
I'm with Jake on it. I wouldn't want him. I wouldn't want Prime around all the time.
The offense is that they run is not very pro style, and it's not even pro style. But because college has leaked into the NFL very much. There's a lot of things that go on that they're like, okay, yeah, we throw RPOs, we do this. It just doesn't. Like I said, right now the transition will be a little bit hard. And then also, I'm always a little bit concerned with the number of sacks, and it's been offensive linemen, but a lot of times you don't see that many sacks. You'll see that, he got a lot of hurries because he's able to get rid of the ball. To take 6 sacks, and there's a couple of them I'd say no, he had no chance to get out of. I think there's probably 2 or 3 of them that he could have gotten rid of the ball or done something with it to not take those sacks. That's going to be different in the next levels. That's how fast does he process would be a question. It'll be fun to see how they figure it out.
To recap Lee's picks, if you missed just tuning in, if you just didn't write him down, Iowa as a 22.5-point favorite. He has covering against Troy, 35-10. Hawkeyes rebound from the bad loss to Iowa State. Oregon as a 16-point favorite has them covering with ease against Oregon State in the Civil War, 41-14.
Interesting score.
Michigan as a 22.5-point favorite has them blowing out Arkansas State, 41-10. Now following up that loss to Texas. Alabama as a 16-point favorite has them beating Wisconsin, 35-13, covering the spread. I could see that being possible there. Nebraska has them winning but not covering, 27.5 has Nebraska beating Northern Iowa 40-17. And if you want Minnesota, Nevada, and the other picks, go to 800-400-9741 or ParamountSports.com. Any problems with his pick for Nebraska?
I was just a little surprised he picked 17 for Northern Iowa. That's a bigger number than I would expect, except if the game, you're playing, Bill referred to this the other day, if you're playing your backups late, maybe someone leaks.
Something happened. It could happen. But 17 would be a lot, I would imagine.
Seems like a lot. I totally agree with him on Alabama, Wisconsin. Wisconsin is not explosive. That program is kind of stuck in neutral right now.
They're probably in one of the toughest situations for the history of the school, and what they've done recently. They're in a predicament.
Why?
Because they've always been known for doing more with less. That's been their motto. The number of times they've posted, what did Georgia spend on recruiting? What did Wisconsin spend on recruiting? And it is like it's like 90% less than what Georgia would spend.
Okay.
I mean, they'd be like going, but look at us, just 110, just did this, well, now it's different. Now that was just now with the NIL. Also, Wisconsin is not. There's a little bit like, well, why do some schools don't have people coming into Stanford, coming into North? Wisconsin is extremely difficult to get into academically. So if you're just a qualifier, which now is really that's with the no test score is really not really a factor anymore, but it's very difficult to get into because I had to go to them at Wisconsin, so we'd have committee meetings and we would take over our recruits and we'd have to sit and meet with this entire panel.
They still do that?
Yeah, I'm sure absolutely they still do that. You have to sit and meet with the entire panel and present your case of why this person will be successful at Wisconsin.
God, that's interesting. When's the last time you read a story at Nebraska? This guy's so-and-so's academically ineligible. It's not even a conversation anymore.
No.
But I suppose it might be at other places.
And not so much academic. So, but my point is, qualifying does not get you into Wisconsin.
I got you.
So that's where you had to present your case of how this would work. And then you got approved or denied. I would say this, in general, it went pretty well. You didn't lose a lot. But I'm just saying, it's not easy.
It's different, yeah.
It's not easy.
It's different than Nebraska.
It's different.
Easier to get in.
Before I get to break,
please.
Lee could have easily said he had an IT issue last week with his Husker pick. And what were the words he could have said then, Bill?
I've been hacked.
He could have said I've been hacked. That wasn't my pick.
That was
Someone
AI.
hacked me.
It was AI.
That was AI Sterling.
AI Sterling.
That wasn't my pick.
If he said that, that'd have been incredible. I feel bad about this. I've been hacked.
That wasn't my pick.
AI Sterling got to me.
Yeah,
wasn't
that didn't
me.
happen.
Are you kidding me?
Weird.
He could have gone to Applied Connective Technologies and wiped the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Could have been fine. Because you know what? They're in this state, at least, they're in all 93 counties.
93.
A very high 99% retention rate, very high. Also, they do everything. They manage IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, audio, video, and more. They are Nebraska's preferred tech partner. And it could be Lee's now for AI Sterling. Please call them 866-358-0109 or go to appliedconnective.com for a free consultation.
Albion, Nebraska is the hub of security.
Albion
is the hub of security. Thank you. Also, Minnesota over Nevada. And I want Nevada to win, but Nevada's had some rough games. They had to start with SMU. I mean, it's going to be hard. They've had like their start of their season has been very
kind of a gauntlet.
It's been a gauntlet, and so sometimes the gauntlet, when you get to about game 4 of the gauntlet, it gets a little bit harder. I like the Gophers in that game to cover.
Okay, when we come
Not
back,
a gambling show though.
No,
it can be.
When we come back, Bill's Thrills on a Friday. Next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
Primary care that understands you. At CHI Health Clinic, our dedicated primary care team takes time to hear you, understand you, and get to know you and your family at every stage of life. We believe in building lasting relationships with our patients. That's why we offer convenient, affordable health care close to home or work. Find out how we treat your whole family like family at chihealth.com/primary care.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide cost by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK.farmoutfitters.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we are out of the gate for September with a very special GMC sales offer. We must move out all new GMC truck inventory fast. So right now at Koppel, we are offering true GM supplier pricing for everyone. Yes, you heard right. True GM supplier pricing on all GMC Sierras. That's over $12,000 off on select models. That's GM supplier pricing, $12,000 off on Sierras. Do not wait. Stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at USC in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at huskerfantravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a downtown LA hotel, exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at USC. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at huskerfantravel.com.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I wish you guys could see how our breaks are going today because it's all Dolphins woe is me in here.
It's rough.
Yeah, our breaks are rough right now. I had to walk out for a while and it came
Bill
back
had
in.
to get some fresh air.
I had to get some fresh air. And then John told us a story that got me seasick. John almost died in Alaska.
Yeah, this was a while ago, but
John
he took
Holdridge out here.
took a fishing trip, and he was telling about swales that were 20 feet high, and then the engines of the boat went out.
They lost both engines.
Right, they lost both engines, and Jake's talking about the franchise being blown up. This has
Like
been quite a day at the
John was
Friday.
in more of a pickle than you were at that time. He was in the middle of an ocean with swales as high as and no engine in rough weather, but Jake's is right here in a very comfortable climate set, 72 degrees. Everything's fine.
I kind of want to get out of here right now.
Yeah.
I got to go home and get in the fetal position.
I'm already there. Before I get to Bill's show, John is here from Holdridge, which is the home of First Rate Ag, by the way.
The home.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Full service
John
ag
knows them.
retailer offering everything from crop protection to lawn fertilizer. Been around for 26 years in business. You can always call 308-995-8327. Go to firstrateag.com and ask for Parker or Chris.
And what they do is they bring the barbecue from Chris right now. So during harvest, they go and they meet the farmers when they're taking their yield out, and just basically they have food for them, they have barbecue for them, and they're kind of flexing a little bit, like, see this? How do you like that? What do you think about that? When you pull that baby out of here, that's semi full of corn. Yeah, I protected it.
And they're feeding.
And they're feeding. They come out. They'll just hand them a brisket sandwich right when they would just boom right to the door.
God.
Yeah. So they're meeting them when the farmers come out of the field. They're just like, and everyone's just high fiving each other.
Ice cold beer, maybe.
Ice cold.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Ice cold Busch Light.
Oh God.
Yes, yeah. Ice cold Busch
Or
Light.
whatever.
What else would you expect?
Yeah. Wow. Barbecue and beer right out of the field.
Right out of the field.
First
That's what they're
rate
doing.
ag.
And
That's a pretty good
They're
life.
flexing. They're
Jake,
flexing.
think about that. That's a happy thought.
That's a happy thing. Jake, is there anything that can make you happy?
I would like barbecue and beer right now.
Yes, you
Okay.
would.
That'd make me happier.
Ruleman's.
Hey, Phil.
Phil, are you there?
I haven't seen Phil in the chat today. Phil, are you there?
Have we lost
Could use
Phil?
some steak today.
John Benton, mark yourself safe.
He needs some positivity here. Things are rough.
Yeah.
Things are
Really rough.
Hey, Nebraska, just win the game. Make things better on Saturday. Just win the
Northern
game.
Iowa, 6:30.
Yes.
6:30 p.m. on BTN.
Yes.
Yes.
but it's time for Bill's Thrills, though.
Oh, let's do this.
It's time for a Friday edition. Here we go on Bill's Thrills.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
is
We
it gonna be
need
a
it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows at Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation for your financial future today. Bill, it's a Freaky Friday. What's on your mind today for Bill's Thrills?
Friday Fascination Football. Friday Fascination
Why do you have
Football.
an envelope today?
I liked it better. Kind of like envelope. I wrote an envelope.
Yes, an envelope.
Number of times. And also, I licked it so it shut, so it lays better. I could write on it better. That's my stationery.
Very functional.
That's my stationery. Very functional. Jake tried to steal some of my thunder earlier, but I'm going to stick with it.
Okay, stick with it.
About the games. Tonight games.
Oh.
UNLV at KU. I think it's a must-win for Lance.
Why do you say that?
Must win. They're 1-1. Lost a game, probably should have won, or everyone felt they were going to win.
For sure.
Now they're at home. It's like, okay, we got UNLV. UNLV's really good.
No, are they
UNLV,
really?
They're 2-0 playing. They have a transfer quarterback from Holy Cross. And the reason they have him is because their quarterback transferred to USC and is now sitting the bench.
Wow.
But this is
tonight.
This is tonight. And this is a big game. The Arizona-Kansas State game is huge tonight. But guess what else it's not? It's not a Big 12 game. It's just like the Utah-Baylor.
Weird.
That was scheduled before, so that
is weird.
So it's
confusing.
Just think about this. So these two teams, basically, Utah, Baylor, and Kansas State and Arizona, they're playing 10 Big 12 games. Can you imagine playing that? 10 Big 12. Now, one doesn't count in the win-loss, but it's still the formidable opponent.
Yes,
So again, must win for KU, in my opinion. In that,
Okay.
The other one that's really big. This is right here for Marty. Memphis at Florida State.
That's tonight.
What's it? No. This is we're into tomorrow now.
Oh, into tomorrow.
Into tomorrow. Not that Memphis.
Oh, it's big.
It's huge.
Memphis is ranked.
Memphis is really good, and so I mean,
Are they favored or not? Let's see the line.
Check it out, Jake. Check it out. Get your mind off the
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
If this turned the other direction and Memphis would it's still an upset to me. Would you agree with that, Steve?
Yes, if
It's
Memphis
still
wins.
yeah, it's
yes,
still an upset.
Still an upset. Now, wait a second. A lot of pressure on Norvell.
A lot. Talk about a season over. First of all, they're 0-2. This would be season over. 0-3. What are they playing for?
Nothing. It's utter devastation like the Dolphins.
Utter devastation.
Florida State is a 6.5-point favorite against Memphis tomorrow.
That's a big
They
game.
had a bye week, so it's big. BC at Missouri. BC and
Love it.
Missouri. Interesting. I think
Really
I
interesting.
think Missouri handles them, but
I do too.
But BC is 2-0 when they have a quarterback. So it could always be.
Yeah, I think you guys overrate the Boston College quarterback a little bit.
Ooh, I don't know.
I know
like
it's
that
2-on-1 on this, but I didn't see him in the light that you did.
Ooh, he's pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he's-
All right.
He runs it
I'm going to
well,
push
too.
back on that, Steve.
That's fine.
On
Hey,
Passionate
by the way,
Football
by the way,
Friday.
Missouri has yet to allow a point this season.
Ooh.
2 shutouts so far.
You know how hard it is to shut anybody out?
Ooh.
Anybody.
Who they shut out,
They
Jake?
beat Murray State 51's Nathan, and they beat Buffalo 38.
Okay.
Nathan.
Keep
Nathan,
going, Jake.
that's
Keep
hard.
going, Bill.
That's hard.
Keep going.
Texas A&M at Florida is highly intriguing.
Really?
Highly. I mean, just
Yeah.
talk about
Hey.
fresh. Talk about season over. Oh man.
Hey, here's one for you. Texas A&M has not won a road game in 3 years. Has not won a true road
Ouch.
game in 3 years. Now, Jimbo, he must have been close because he's a great coach.
He doesn't want to rotate.
Of course. Without research, he had to be close because he's
that
awesome.
game, and it's on fire because they played the freshman quarterback, played well against a lesser opponent. So now the big thing now is they're like going, well, Graham Mertz, as you talked about, should be the guy. Still
You
the
love
guy.
him.
But they're like, no, go with the freshman and try to build some sort of momentum. It's kind of like a Dylan Raiola type of thing where maybe he can help bring other recruits in. Like, hey, he's our starter,
Okay.
he's our guy. So there's a lot of things going on right there at that spot. Washington State at Washington. I talked about the Apple Cup. That's an incredible game for us. But the must-see game of the week is, as we talked about, Indiana at UCLA.
Yes.
That's one that you can't.
Yes.
I mean,
During the Nebraska game,
I cannot wait to see it. I'll be watching that game like that.
you'd be flipping back and
I
forth.
was flipping back and forth like that. Google me against UCLA had one game, then they had a bye week, but they won 16-13 on the Rock at Hawaii.
Yep.
Yeah, to try to do that. So I don't know how that's going to go down. That'll be interesting. Very like that. I think UCF at TCU. UCF at TCU 2 years ago was in the national championship game.
Yep.
And so, I mean, people still kind of
They faded
TCU.
off.
We forget that.
They
by the
faded
way.
off like 1 year. They were in the national. Imagine Nebraska in the national championship game.
Yep.
I mean, 2
Oh
years ago,
no,
yeah.
I know. Now that all these conversations are very informative. You can be in a national title game and then fade off the radar really fast.
Really fast.
You can.
Which they
TCU did.
And then there's also one that's going to be interesting. I thought I would just hit on real quick. Chiefs Bengals. I'm making my first NFL appearance.
Whoa!
Yes, I will
no.
be.
You'll be at the game.
Yeah, me and Laura.
You'll
headed-
be here Monday,
Well,
though.
there's multiple layers to this.
Okay.
One is that we're going to meet up with the Burrow family in the parking lot.
Okay,
And they're
Burrows.
gonna have a little tailgate.
Jimmy?
going. So we're gonna Jimmy with Jimmy and his wife Robin and the family. So we're gonna meet up with everybody. We haven't seen him for a few years, so that'll be kind of fun. But I've been invited by the Swigerts, Lauren Swigert, and the reason why is because you know how big Nebraska is with the Chiefs. I
Yes.
mean, there's so many season ticket holders from Nebraska that have down there. So the Hunt family for the Chiefs are honoring former greats of Nebraska high school football, and Lauren Swigert being the leading tackler at Norfolk High.
The Hunt family.
The Hunt family is honoring him, and so
Wow.
so I am honored to be in attendance.
Schweiger is going to be
Swigert is going to be
treated
royally, as he will be one of the honorees for being the leading tackler in the history of Norfolk football.
The Hunts decided.
The Hunts
this.
decided this to
Arrowhead
bring-
Stadium.
At Arrowhead Stadium. This is incredible. So I'll be part of that. Laura will be there, and like I said, and so I'll get a chance to. and-
What a day.
What a day that's going to be. Yeah. So I'll be coming in on fumes on Monday. 'Cause that's
Okay, you'll be here Monday for a full report.
I'll
though.
be here for a
We
full
need the full
report. Give the
report.
full
Yeah.
report. So I'm heading down there. I talked to.
Oh, I'm interested in the full report. I just try to kind of pay attention to what's going on around you. Take
I'll see.
mental notes.
We have really good seats because Swigerts have really good seats, and the Hunt family made sure they were very well taken care
He's
of.
getting honored.
Yes.
I mean, will you meet the Hunt family? I imagine
I
you will.
believe I will.
Yeah.
I believe I will. I will be in the owner's box at some point in time with the Swigert family.
Wow.
Yes. Incredible.
Wow.
Now that's an appearance.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about this? What's going on? If you guys I always say this: take a step back, take a deep breath. Football season is fascinating. Just look at what today we've talked about. The Dolphins season is over. These games are when the games start, it gets so incredibly real. I mean, you're talking about Florida State possibly going 0-3. Think about the lives that are affected. I mean, it's amazing what goes on in college football. When the games start, life gets so real. It's amazing. And
There's epic people that come out of nowhere, teams, failures,
good
intrigue,
stuff. Yeah.
Storylines of
God,
feel good storylines of someone that's playing well.
Yeah.
All these different things that go on. It is. And then,
It isn't interesting. It's fascinating.
I mean,
just the stories that crop up so quickly.
I mean, Tallahassee. I've been to Tallahassee recruiting, and
Have
so
you?
I don't know anything close to you. And obviously, Marty lives there. But
Martin
can you
Bruce.
imagine the effect right now in that town of being 0-2? I mean, that is a. I mean, things think that they've lost 3 straight. They lost the bowl game, and they went 13-0.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine the difference of what's going on in there? What that was like
God, yes.
last year at this time, or at the end of the season? They win the ACC with was it their 3rd string quarterback? Wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was.
Because their 3rd string quarterback, they beat Louisville and they
yeah.
win it. You think they're going to the playoffs? No. And then it's just been. And then you look at.
Then they got crushed in the bowl game. I just wonder if that's what's affecting them.
63-3.
How about when you see Norvell now? He looks disheveled, and I know. And
just look down.
Oh yeah, you just like you told him when he walks by. Marty's been giving him the double palms up, and he drives by.
Well, even when I talk to Marty, I don't even want to bring it up. I don't want to bring up Florida State. I just dance around it. Then on the other hand, I mean, Nebraska's 2-0, and think how it changes things. But yeah, just think how it changes things. I'll just keep it at that. It's amazing when it starts. I mentioned it the other day. Think about Notre Dame, the situation Notre Dame's all of a sudden in versus Northern Illinois, which is like euphoria.
It's so they had Notre Dame beats A&M. Everyone had them locked in as
Right.
a 5 seed.
Right.
They have a shoe in. Now the conversation is that does Freeman survive the season?
Exactly.
Does he survive the season?
Right.
That's what's going on right now.
Now, all this is fun, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun for us because we're onlookers.
Yeah.
But if you're Freeman, it's not fun.
It's not fun.
And really, if you're an assistant for Freeman, it's really not fun
And
because you're not making $9 million.
The head coaches are fine.
Right.
They're
Don't
fine.
worry about it.
The
Always
assistant
remember
coaches know. Coordinators, pretty much fine also. They'll fall back into that. Assistant coaches, not so fast.
Not fine.
Not so fast.
Not fine.
And it's like, well, that's not a problem. I was finding our job really easy. The job numbers are limited.
I know.
So it's just that's just not how it works.
It's a brutal business. It's so bottom line, Jake. If we have 4 bad shows, we're probably not going to get fired. If you had 4 bad games, you might get fired. You might get fired.
And you're going to Purdue. Purdue's they hinges on this game,
right?
And they're pissed about the drum. There's some anger here. The drum that was not allowed into South Bend the stadium.
Oh, can you imagine if Purdue beats them? That drum will be whipping right up and down their sidelines.
Yes.
They'll be banging it right in front of Freeman. Just
Hey,
banging
Marcus!
it. You're like, boom, yeah. Even though I doubt Marcus made the decision on not having the drum, he had nothing to do with it. No, but it'll still look that way.
It'd be a headache.
Yes.
Oh,
that is the wonderful edition of Bill's Thrills.
God bless you.
Friday.
Those are a lot of good games.
How about the fact that everyone is intrigued, to the utmost for Indiana, Google.
Oh, yeah.
UCLA.
That should be
I
Indiana's favorite on the road.
You're gonna learn a lot about Nebraska's schedule. If you're a Nebraska fan, I just think that game is really important to you. You're gonna learn a lot about 2 teams that you
100.
Play. Yeah,
100.
Mainly Indiana. I mean, what if Indiana it's at UCLA, right? If they go there and win convincingly, that'll get everybody's attention. Even though UCLA is down.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh God, Indiana. And I half expect. I think Indiana will win by 17.
Wow. Well, that's a take. All right. Let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. It is 8:02 right now. So yeah, we can
Oh God.
Oh, wow.
Nebraska is playing Northern
This is the
Iowa
spillover.
tomorrow. Today we're doing actors and actresses from Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? Actors and actresses from the state of Iowa.
I know one for sure.
Well, don't say it out loud.
I won't.
I know that's all I know is one.
464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
The record is 2-2 on the week, 17-13 overall.
Okay.
So good start since the reset. So looking good.
Pretty
Today, actors and actresses from Iowa. I don't expect you to feel good or bad about this.
Okay,
at
that's
all.
fine.
Very random.
But we do have Paul. Paul, are you ready to play some trivia today?
I am so ready because it's Friday the 13th, and it's going to be some bad luck for you.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Paul.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Paul, things couldn't get any darker in here.
Just
right now,
we are enshrouded in darkness.
This is gloom right here.
Yes. All right. Bill is a lifeline for Sip for one question as always. Paul, Elijah Wood was born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. What movie series did he play the lead role of Frodo Baggins in?
Lord of the Rings.
Brilliant.
Lord,
of the
we've
Rings
lost this.
is
We have
correct.
only shot we have is overtime.
No.
Okay, Sip. First question. Ashton Kutcher was
heard
born and raised in Cedar Rapids, Iowa also. What sitcom did he play the character role of Michael Kelso in? Just call him Kelso normally.
Jake, we should know this. Or Bill, we should know this. I'm sorry.
That 70s show.
Yes, good job.
Brilliant.
Good job. I'll take. I wouldn't have got it.
Which is
Thank you.
By the way, that's a great show.
It is a
also.
great
You
show.
could binge watch
It's a
that and
good
really
show.
down in the basement.
Heard that.
It's really good.
You got
Really
that,
good.
and I
enjoy
would
that.
not have gotten that.
You would enjoy that, Sip.
Okay.
1-1 tie. Bill's out of play, but back to you, Paul. Adam Devine was born in Waterloo, Iowa, but was raised in Omaha. What Comedy Central TV series did he star in and co-create that ran from 2011 to 2017?
Oh, I know this.
Five.
Adam, it was. I know this.
Yeah.
Workaholic.
Brilliant.
Workaholics is correct.
All right, Bill is out.
This is on
we're
you.
a big long shot to get to overtime.
And I think you have a chance. And
Okay.
Bill cannot help you. He'll be upset if you don't get this right, though. Okay, Sip for the tie. John Wayne was born in Winterset, Iowa. What was his well-known nickname?
The Duke. Brilliant, Duke.
FYI, that's why Duke is called Duke.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because of John Wayne.
John Wayne, absolutely.
What do you call that play? I mean, yeah, your dad's the coach.
Okay, this
Oh, yeah, great. Hey, why'd you change how to talk to Duke? Coach's kid always gets to score a touchdown.
This goes to you guys.
Okay, I got it.
Go over before or after. Instead of over under before or after.
We can consult.
Yes. What year was John Wayne born in?
Oh, God, Jake.
So
Hang on.
instead of over under, you will go before or after today.
Can you
Paul.
tell us what year John when he passed?
I can't say that.
No, we can't.
No, I cannot do that. Sadly, I cannot do that.
Hold on, I gotta get.
Are you doing a calculator here?
Yeah.
He's calculating.
He's not on Google. He's not. He's not. He's just doing his calculator.
Tip has never cheated in the game
No.
show. Never. He would never do that. Ever. He's right.
How he crunched his numbers, he just came up at 19.5. So I don't know what he was punching in there. What's that? I like it.
He was born in 1930.
Okay, before or after 1930, John Wayne's birth. What do you say, Paul?
Oh, well, he died in like 78 at 70-something, so it's got to be way before 1930.
You're going before. He died in 1979 at age 72. He was born in 1907.
Ouch.
He was starring in movies in the 30s, but
Okay.
it's fine. I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, I
based on
wouldn't have
research. You know what? You got 2 questions right, though, so not bad.
I don't think that
And
really counts.
Bill got that 70 show. You got the Duke.
No.
Paul, congrats. You did call a win for
That's a
yourself
hard
there.
one.
So nice win today, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job,
He
Paul.
said bad luck's coming your way. It's Friday the 13th.
Don't point at me like that.
That was Paul.
That is this show's been very
Asshole.
Asshole. Something. Let's do a roll call.
Do a roll call. Do mailbag real quick.
Can we do a quick mailbag?
Do something. How do we get Jake out of this? And I tell you right now, you're not getting him out of it.
No, it's rough.
I might not watch any NFL on Sunday. I am depressed.
Oh.
I'll watch a lot of college tomorrow. NFL, I don't know if I can watch. I got to take a weekend off.
Oh, this was rough today. It was. I got to tell you guys, it was rougher than I expected.
It was much rougher.
Yeah.
If you had watched the game, you would have understood
No,
how rough it was going to be.
No, now listen. I listened to the post-game coverage, and it was hard to listen to. The utter devastation is fascinating.
Just watching, it's like I was getting just stabbed, basically the whole
The
time.
worst part about it was just with a franchise quarterback that got paid this year, like that was before he got hurt.
Right.
He played like crap.
I mean, it was not good football.
No, the pick 63 was horrible.
Well, the other interception of it, honestly, was probably worse. The one he sailed it.
That was bad. No, the first pick he threw was actually the receiver's fault. It was a great throw. Went off his hands.
Yeah.
But the second one sailed it, and then the third one throws a pick 6 going to the sideline.
You really need. I'm serious about this too. You need a strong coach right now.
On to Seattle.
You need a strong head coach.
And Jake's also very upset that they're having to play an away game.
No, just
They've already
it's
played
a
2
long
home
road
games.
trip on the road trip to Seattle. The longest trip they could possibly make is to Seattle.
Mm-hmm. That's a rough trip.
The spillover's next in early break.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide cost by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK farmoutfitters.com.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide cost by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK.farmoutfitters.com.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
We're on the air.
Back.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with AD, sponsored by our friends at Raising Cane's. Stop by Raising Cane's. Chicken fingers, one love. AD is trying to build my spirits up. which is impossible today after the event in Miami last night.
The event.
I even said I'm at the point you might have to consider trading for Russell Wilson, who I've mocked for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You cannot win an NFL game, and you cannot give up on a season with all the money invested in this team. You can't just say, hey, Skyler's your team. No, Skyler Thompson likely cannot win an NFL game. Likely.
Okay, so there's a lot of conversations that are interesting and informative. The question I would ask your ownership / management GM is, why do you have a backup quarterback that can't win a game?
And that, my friend, is a question that Chris Greer needs to answer, why he needs to be fired.
Why would you be in that position? Especially with Tua, who's had concussion problems. And who's not a big quarterback, who's been prone to issues that way. Why would you have Skyler Thompson? Jake, now could it be possible that Chris Greer would be sitting in this chair and say, wait a second, why can't we win with Skyler Thompson?
I'd say, have you seen Skyler Thompson play, Mr. Greer? Because I have, and it's not good.
I have.
Mr. Greer, he's a joke.
He's looking at Chris Greer.
I am. Right. Yeah. Hey, Chris, tell me about these big contracts, these injured guys you have. Let's have a conversation. You keep talking about your offensive line. It's fine. I don't see a fine offensive line. I see a crappy offensive line, Chris. You let Wilkins go. Why'd you let Wilkins go?
Little insight, folks. Jake is speaking to a chair that is pretending that's Chris Greer, the GM for the Dolphins. Jake, I was worried about Jake when I got off the airplane last night. And my phone began to blow up immediately with a group thread. And I just want, Foreman says we need to do a welfare check on Jake, man. Jake, I seriously, I feel bad for you, bro. It'd be different. Okay, I do different. If it was week 13, even week 10, but in week 2.
It's incredible, the devastation of one loss, but I get it. I do understand it now. But man, you lose a game and you lose your quarterback, and wow, now the fallout. It's part. Now I got to tell you, Jake, this sounds odd, but it's partially why we love football. There's so much riding on games.
Yeah.
It's not always like this when you lose.
But the pressure.
But if you're a lot of teams and you lose a game and you lose your quarterback, woo,
your entire season changes dramatically.
Yeah.
I mean, you can lose some guys. You don't want to, but when it's such as pivotal as your quarterback, I mean, you know as well as I do, Sip and Jake, if you don't have a quarterback, I don't care if it's a college or pro, but particularly in pro, if you don't have a quarterback, you're not winning many games.
Well, what's crazy is that you don't have much shot. The NFL right now has a dilemma. They have a backup quarterback issue. It's league wide, which I don't understand. I don't get it. There's good quarterbacks come out every year from college, and there is a straight up dilemma, a problem in the NFL with backup quarterbacks all the way throughout.
Yeah,
would you say this because and I totally agree with you. Would you guys say it's misevaluations of the ones they have?
No.
And just not looking at the ones they should have picked up. I don't get it. I really don't. Because Jake, you have no confidence in your backup. What's his name?
Skyler Thompson.
Skyler Thompson.
I've got -% confidence in Skyler Thompson.
Think about. I keep saying this, and people are going to get sick of it. I keep saying zoom out, but zoom out and think about quarterback development in this country. Period. It's better, I thought.
Gosh, we got clinics and camps and technology and well, I can't say gurus, alleged gurus, but there are good gurus out there.
And kids starting the quarterback process really early. So where are they now? This isn't just a new phenomenon. This has been going on for 15 years.
It is.
Where are they
I don't
now?
know. I don't know. I seriously don't.
If you are Miami, though, you cannot give up on the season. You have so much money invested in these players.
Giving up's not an option.
But you can't roll with Skyler Thompson. You can't.
What do you do?
Right now, your options might be to get free agent Ryan Tannehill for a second stint in Miami, which is horrible. Jimmy Garoppolo is an option. Again, these are awful options, but they're better than Thompson probably. Maybe look at the Steelers, try to get Russell Wilson. He's not starting. Fields is the starter right now because Russ is injured. I understand that.
Calf. Yeah, it's like a calf.
But again, hey, give him a 6th-round pick.
I say right now, if you're Miami, all options are on the table as far as getting a QB.
Because this season you have to win. I mean, you have such a small window with all these big contracts. You cannot just give up on the season.
Think about the day in Miami's offices, the football complex.
Oh, good.
Hey, think about that.
As we speak.
Yeah, from the GM to the head coach to the coordinators, owner. I mean, think about the day that they have to make decisions. And by the way, all of this is occurring as Tua is getting evaluated.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, and the emotional impact of that on the entire franchise.
And me.
Right.
More importantly, me. Your co-host. Me.
But you have to make
safety, my well-being.
No, it's very interesting, AD. Think about you have to make these decisions under that cloud. You really have to be a professional right now because you can't let the emotion of the moment impact Jake. The conversations Jake has. We have to figure out, guys. I know you're emotional, but we got to figure out how to win. And by the way, we're going to Seattle this week.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. By the way, we're going to Seattle. We have to
a cross-country trip.
Yeah. You better have some dudes in that franchise step up quick.
And that's a great question. Who are those dudes? And Jake, you know.
They let one of them walk in free agency. Christian Wilkins was a leader.
Yes,
He's
he was.
Gone.
He's gone.
To the Raiders.
So who is that dude now in the locker room that's going to step up and try to keep this team together?
Well, Tyreek should be. I'm not sure if he's a leader, though.
Tyreek's not that guy.
Jalen Waddle should be, but he's not. Waddle's not that guy. Teron Armstead's a left tackle, but he's always hurt. Again, he's hurt.
They
don't have a leader.
And you don't have a head coach.
You got a beta head coach. Not
beta
alpha.
head coach.
He's beta. He's not an alpha. Dan Campbell's an alpha.
Well, I tell you
Sean
what,
McDermott's an alpha.
I'll tell you what, though.
Beta.
I'm not going to say that about McDaniel, but I'm saying that you're going to find out who he is this season.
Is that too harsh to say he's a beta?
I don't think he's a beta. I don't follow them enough to know if he's a beta or anything like that.
That's a harsh tag.
That's a harsh tagline. And so I'm not going to call him that.
Not an alpha.
What I am going to say, we're going to find out how he keeps that team together.
Well, he didn't. The first go round at it, the press conference last night was poor. He was not strong.
Watch that. I didn't see.
He
that
was not. I heard it. He wasn't strong. Bad. I mean, I listened to it because I wanted to hear strength, and it wasn't strong. No.
So he didn't exude a lot of confidence.
No. He didn't. Didn't make sense. First of all.
And you know what? Here's the deal.
he didn't.
He rarely does. To be fair.
Coach Busch said something. We were talking 2 weeks ago. We were talking about when Florida State dropped out of the game. And Coach Busch had a great point. And he goes, as coaches, he goes, when you're amongst each other, that's one thing. He goes, but you know what? When those players come in, you better have shoulders up, talking positivity, looking like you're going to win because they're watching 100. You. College, they really are. So we were talking about Norvell down at Florida State. Yeah. They're really, and at the pro level, those guys are professionals too, but they're still going to look at McDaniel like, has he given up on us?
Right, exactly.
Has he given up on us?
It feels like he has. I mean, Waddle and Hill left the game on their own accord late third quarter. They gave up. They just I'm like, man, this team has given up.
Waddle Hill, they stopped playing?
They didn't play the fourth quarter. And they got down into the red zone. They weren't out
there.
So
when Tua got hit, Waddle and Hill had already checked out.
They left basically when he got hit. When he got hurt, they left. And they were in the red zone. They were at the 5-yard line. They had a chance to score. They were out of the game. Kept throwing the backups.
Now, as far as your head coach goes, listeners could say you're being hard on him because this was very emotional because Tua's his guy. And Tua's hurting. And he's Sipple. Come on, he's hurting. I get it, he's hurting. But he's still the leader of a team, of a franchise, of an organization. I don't care if he's hurt. Right now, You have to show strength in that situation.
To show some fortitude here.
Yeah.
If he's going to show those weaknesses, that's got to be at home or in his office or his other coaches. They can say, hey, y'all, we can ache and moan and be sad about this now, but we go out, we better show a sign of strength. Because 100. If we don't, it sends a message throughout the entire organization, man.
That is it for us. You guys can discuss more of the Dolphins' woes in the drive next. I need to check out. And
I think Jake's going to go for a drive.
I might go for a drive today.
By himself. The drive to the country.
The drive is next. We will see you guys tomorrow for the pregame show at 4 p.m.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and